Come on in, come on in, come on in. Shout out to everybody in the building. What's happening with y'all? Hold on a second. Let me get something situated real quick. Shout out to everybody in the building. What is up? What is popping? What is happening? Let me see. I gotta switch this stuff around real quick. This stuff, what is it doing? Gotta switch my account around. All right, if it's already on that account, then why I don't see it then? Good Lord. All right, so yeah, I see that. Okay. Oh, Stan, what's going on with you, gang?
Fucking around and doing this and doing that.
Paul,
6 months prior to motherfuckers actually going out. Come on, this is 2021 right here.
How many
man.
times I gotta hit
You know how
pause?
this shit go.
Like I hit pause like 5 times and the thing kept on playing and stuff. Good Lord. What's really going on in the hood? All right, there we go. Dang, don't do a player like that. Don't do this flyness like that now. Hold on now. Take it easy. Now, take me back out here. No, yeah, switch accounts. Yup. Now go in here. See, that's all you had to do. You feel me? That's all you had to do. Doing all that freezing, all that old stuff. I'm looking like, man, what's really going on out here? You feel me? What's really going on? Let me see. Live. Yup. Let me see. Got that. Put the tags up in there. Yup. Boom. Put that in there. Save it. Oh, yeah, we good. We Gucci now. We definitely Gucci now. Awesome. What you got going on, gang? What you got going on, man? What you got going on? Tired as hell, but I'm alright. You tired, bro? My man said he tired out here. Hold on a second. Should I do it with the I should do it. Hold on. It's been a while since I did it with my mic. With my cam on. I should do it with my cam on. I'm gonna do it with my cam on real quick. Let's do this live stream with the cam on real quick. I was gonna do this live stream without the cam, but I'll do it with the cam on. F it. What we got to lose? You feel me? What we got to lose? Put these bad boys on though. I know these lights gonna be bright as hell in my face. Been looking at this daggone screen for like the last 5 hours, man. These lights start to get bright after a while. You feel me? Hold on a second. Let me get my cam up real quick. Source. Where we at? Video device. Add a source. Bam. There we go. But we ain't finna have it that big, though. Finna have me way down here somewhere. Hold on. Hold on. There's a button that I can hit. Hold on. One of these buttons I can hit. Oh, that's the button. Okay, I knew it was one of these buttons. See, now we can do it like that. Hold on. Boom, in the corner like that. I like that. Alright, bet. No, bitch. There we go. That looks a little bit better right there. That looks a lot better right there. You know what I'm saying? We coolin'. Enjoy the racing today. You enjoy the racing today? No, the racing was good today. I ain't gonna hold you. The racing was good today. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you and act like I watched it all. I definitely did not watch it all, but I watched a large amount of it, though. You feel me? But I definitely didn't watch it all, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I probably watched like the last, I'm gonna be honest with you, gang. I probably watched like the last, man, probably the last like 60 laps. I probably watched like the last 60 laps and stuff like that when they started having all them wrecks and shit. That's when I tuned into it. You feel me? I see you got the shades on. It must have been a wild night. No, it hasn't been a wild night. It's just that these lights sometimes they start to irritate me after a while. You feel me? So I gotta put the shades on, man, because them lights, man, they start to irritate me after a while, gang. Like, them bright ass lights, man, just shining in my face, man. It's like, golly, because I just got done live streaming Call of Duty, so I just got done doing that shit. And then plus I've been here and stuff. Like, after a while, bro, that shit just gets annoying. And I can't rock with it. You feel me? So that's it. Ain't been a while now. I haven't even did shit. The last time I really did some shit was what? Was Saturday night. Saturday night I went out. Sunday I ain't do shit. Sunday I just rode around and shit. Mondays today I ain't did shit today. I ain't did shit at all today. I just been cooler. You feel me? But back again on this page, man. I told y'all, man, I really want to get this page boosted up and shit. Really want to get this page, you know what I'm saying, getting some numbers and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, doing our little thug dizzle, man, just talking and shit, man, you know what I'm saying, man. Giving my point of view and my reference on life and stuff, life experiences and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could take what I'm telling y'all as a grown-ass man, a grown-ass individual and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, and might could possibly, you know what I'm saying, utilize it into your life and stuff like that. The topic I wanted to talk about today is pretty much talking about pillow talking and shit like that. And we're going to stay on subject, but you know me, man. When I start talking and rambling and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, we can fuck around and go off topic and shit like that. But for the most part, though, you know what I'm saying, I wanted to make a live stream just talk about pillow talking and how if you're around anybody that's pillow talking, bro, that's probably like one of the most toxic friendships that you can have with a motherfucker. You feel me? Me personally, everybody that I hang around, and that's one main reason why my circle to this day is small as shit, bro. Like, I ain't gonna even hold you. Like, one thing that, you know what I'm saying, and I tell this to people this all the time, man. Like, you know, one thing about me, bro, I never did shit to people where, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers would be mad at me, like, on some street shit or whatever the case may be, because I never made no money with these niggas on the street and shit. Like, I'm just gonna keep it all the way 100. I'm gonna keep it all the way funky. Like, everything that I have did in my life and stuff like that, I did it on my own. You know what I mean? Or I did it with the motherfuckers that I'm around and shit like that. But I never did it with motherfuckers that, you know what I'm saying, that's doing whatever they doing and shit. Like, I never did that shit. So, I tell people this all the time, and people think I be joking when I say this shit, but I tell this to people all the time, bro, that I be so for real when I sit there and tell motherfuckers that, bro, unless a motherfucker is talking about a female, anything else that this motherfucker is talking about is gonna be lying, bro. And you don't know how many times me growing up, and me even at my age that I am now and stuff like that, that I have not seen eye to eye with a motherfucker, or motherfuckers had heard something, or whatever the case may be, whatever the case. And I always sit there and tell them the same story that, bro, I'm going to be honest with you, right? Motherfuckers never going to tell the truth when it comes to me. You feel me? You know how I move, you know how I rock. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that weirdo ass shit. I don't do none of that shit. These niggas over here, they trying to sit here and lie, try to, you know what I'm saying, cause division, divine between motherfuckers, or whatever the case may be. But you know that it ain't true. You know me, I don't do shit with niggas in the streets and stuff, man. Everything that I have did in the streets has been pretty much, for the most part, been by myself. So, when you ever hear a story about a nigga saying that, oh, Fly finessed him, that shit is a lie. You know what I mean? Or if you ever heard a story like, oh, Fly robbed me, that shit is a lie. You feel me? Like, I don't do shit with you niggas in the street. I ain't never sold no drugs with you niggas on the street. I don't do shit with y'all niggas in the street, bro. Everything that I have pretty much did in the streets, bro, has been pretty much by myself. You feel me? And with me saying that, I always tell motherfuckers after I say all that, like, bro, when motherfuckers talk down about me or hate me or whatever the case may be, it has nothing to do with this or do this or that. It always has to do over a bitch. You feel me? It's always going to have to be over a bitch. Like, what you mean by that? Bro, I don't make no money with these niggas on the street. Like, why bro ass called you up talking about, oh, Fly, I'm mad at him because he owed me $200. Bro, does that sound like possible that I owe a nigga out here $200. And when I tell that to my partners or anything like that, they be like, yeah, I know you, bro. Like, you be damned if you even have that type of shit even over your shoulders, man. Like, you don't even like motherfuckers having that type of coat, you know what I'm saying? Being able to tell motherfuckers that, oh, yeah, Fly owed me some money and shit like that. Like, motherfuckers know how I move, bro. Like, motherfuckers know that I don't like, you know what I'm saying, borrowing money from niggas and shit like that, just for the simple fact that I don't want nobody to be able to sit there and be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, Fly owed me some money, or Fly asked me for some money, blah, 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 and stuff like that. Like, no, that don't even sound, hell no, bro. That don't even sound possible, bro. Never in my life have I asked any of you niggas for any money. If I'm lying, I got this shit shared on Facebook. If I'm lying, inbox me, comment it on the video, say something if I'm lying. Have I ever asked any of you niggas for some money? As long as y'all been knowing me. And like, I tell people this shit, and it's not to like brag or boast or anything like that, but it's just to get an understanding and a clear depiction that, bro, niggas be hating on me for a whole different type of reason. Don't let these niggas sit here and manipulate you and confuse you to make it seem like, oh, they not hating on me. They upset because I so-called didn't pay them, or I so-called robbed them, or I so-called finesse them and shit like that. Like, bro, you know how I move and shit like that. You feel me? But I tell motherfuckers this, and I tell females this shit all the time. One thing about me that I care about more than anything else is my motherfucking respect. You feel me? Like, anything else I can look past and shit like that, but once you start disrespecting me and stuff like that, I'm sorry, but I gotta cut you off. Like, simple as that. You dig? I done had plenty of relationships with motherfuckers, right? Like, I give you a prime example, right? And every time I tell this story, man, it pains me and hurts me, bro, because, you know what I'm saying, me and dude ass was, man, we was real cool, bro. Like, we was real cool, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say his name and shit like that, but for motherfuckers that, you know what I'm saying, know motherfuckers that I hung around with when I was younger and shit like that, they'll know the people that I'm talking about and stuff. But back when I was in school, man, in high school and stuff like that, I wasn't hanging out with the people that I hang out with today and stuff like that or whatever. I was hanging out with this one individual, whatever. And just to give a little bit more clarity, without saying no names and shit like that, he a folk on the hustler. You know what I'm saying? He one of the foes and shit like that. Light-skinned buddy and shit like that. So that right there, for the people that knows me personally, y'all should already know, especially from back in high school, who I'm talking about, right? But me and bro ass, we met up, you know what I'm saying, when I was in the 9th grade and shit like that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We had the same classes and shit, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Every year we having the same classes with each other and stuff like that. And just over years and years, you know what I'm saying, we started to kick in and hang out and stuff like that. Because it was like every year we had at least 1 or 2 classes with each other. You know what I'm saying? I first met him back in 9th grade and shit. We hung out here and there and stuff like that, but nothing too, you know what I'm saying, crazy or whatever the case may be. Sophomore year, you know what I'm saying, I kind of got more introduced to the guys that I'm with right now and stuff like that, but me and him, we still always had classes together. One of my homeboys that I hang out with on a regular basis, he didn't even go to our school. And my other homeboy, I never had a class with him. Never had a class with him. You know what I mean? But me and bro ass, you know what I'm saying, we always had class together and shit. So it was just going to be a matter of time that me and bro ass are going to start kicking it and, you know, hanging out and shit like that or whatever the case may be or whatever. And I would never sit here, because one thing about me, I ain't no liar, bro. Like, I'm not trying to sit there to make no story look more greater than what it should be. I'm not going to sit there and make no lie bigger than what it should be. I'm not going to sit there and make the truth more believable than what it should be. I'm going to tell it how it is, and you can take it how it is. Simple as that, right? But me and bro ass, we started to hang out and shit like that or whatever the case may be, back in my sophomore year or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We started to kick it or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Started to get in tune with each other and all that good old stuff or whatever the case may be. And hold on a second. Hold on one second. Cause something just happened that I do not like. Hold on one second. Okay. Okay, I'm just making sure shit ain't tweaking or nothing like that. Okay. But me and dude ass though, we started to hang out though a lot more um over the years and stuff like that. Cause like I said, we had classes with each other and stuff like that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Me and Buddy ass, you know what I'm saying, we had pretty much the same, you know what I'm saying, interest and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? We both was fly individuals and shit like that, man. You know what I'm saying, man? We both knew how to dress or whatever. Um, you know what I'm saying? That was pretty much like our first conversation with each other, you know what I'm saying, dressing and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? One week he'll come in, he'll have the new Jordans or the new, you know what I'm saying, Forces on or some shit like that or whatever. A couple weeks later, you know what I'm saying, I'll come in, I'll have the new Jordans or the new Forces or something like that. See, back in these days, these was the times when motherfuckers was wearing motherfucking Nietzsche, motherfucking Jabot, motherfucking Academic, motherfucking what else we was wearing back then? LRG, I think it's called, what is it called? A Mega or some shit like that. Is that what it's called? I think that's what that shit called, a Mega or some shit like that. But that's when we was wearing these type of clothing and stuff like that. Y'all know that whole 2006, 2007 vibe and stuff like that. Motherfuckers wearing somewhat the baggy jeans or whatever. Motherfuckers having the somewhat non-fitted shirts on. It wasn't the fitted shirts like how you see me wearing today. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is a fitted shirt and stuff like that. You know, the shirts that, you know, the sleeve comes down here, but you know, a little bit past the motherfucking elbow and stuff like that. You know, shit like that. My man said FUBU. You stupid. Hell no, it wasn't no FUBU, man. I ain't never wore no FUBU, man. I always knew that FUBU was a no-no. You feel me? I always knew that shit. You did? Like my old mans, I remember my old mans. I go down there to see my old mans and shit. And my old mans had a FUBU Platinum on. The 05 joint, you know what I'm saying? The FUBU Platinum joint. You know, the FUBU Platinum, that was more expensive than just regular FUBU. Like, you had regular FUBU, and then you had FUBU Platinum. My old man's had FUBU Platinum on. He had the blue jeans on and shit like that with the white tennis shoes and shit. Cowboys hat on and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? My old man's come out and shit like that. And I'm looking at him like, Dad, what you got on? You're like, oh, man, you know what I'm saying? This right here, man, is that new FUBU, you know what I'm saying, man, FUBU Platinum 05 and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, year and year. Okay, it was 05 when he had it, right? It was 2005 when he put it on. You know what I'm saying? You know, 05 across the chest, man. It's 2005 and stuff like that. You dig what I'm saying, man? You know what I'm saying? I got that nice little smell good on and stuff like that. Little rosary around my neck and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Cowboys hat on the fitted and stuff like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Fresh little lineup, man. You dig. I'm out here. I'm like, Dad. Like... It's FUBU, like, he like, man, you know, FUBU, man, is what motherfuckers rock around here and shit like that. But I didn't know, though, because you got to realize, right, at this particular time, 2005, because we're just going to rewind it back a little bit since you say FUBU, right? But at that particular time, right, I was already in Chicago for 5 years already. You feel me? Like, I already been up here for 5 years. So... a motherfucker got on some motherfucking FUBU and stuff like that. Ever since I can, you know, recollect into clothing and what motherfuckers should be wearing and shit like that, motherfuckers ain't never wore that shit up here. But down there, that's what they wore and shit. You feel me? So I couldn't even knock my old mans for even having that shit on or whatever. You know, and plus, you know, he at that time, man, my dad was like 50-some years old, so he could wear what the fuck he want to wear. But, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't even knock that shit. You know what I mean? Because I had to realize, like, you know what I'm saying, we in a different, you know what I'm saying, part of the world and shit like that where motherfuckers wear shit different and stuff like that. You know, different areas and stuff like that. Motherfuckers wear different shit and stuff like that. Like, if you go back to 2005, 2006, 2007, man, like, the shit that motherfuckers was wearing up here in Chicago, we was wearing, like what I told you, Jabos, LRG, Anichi, you know what I'm saying, Academic, we was wearing that shit. When it came to the shoes, we was wearing Timberlands. We was wearing Air Force Ones. We always wore the all-white joints. We always wore the all-white joints, and we always looked down upon a nigga that wore the all-black joints. You know what I mean? But, you know what I'm saying, Jordans. And other shit that motherfuckers might get here and there. You know, motherfuckers might bring out a pair of Reeboks. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers will rock that. Or motherfuckers might, you know what I'm saying, wear a pair of Iversons or some shit. Or a motherfuckers might wear a pair of Carmelos or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But anything that's, you know, Nike or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is rocking and shit. You know, and that was pretty much the giddy up here. You know what I'm saying? When it came to the coats and shit, motherfuckers was wearing the either the Cowhearts If it wasn't the cow hearts, they was wearing what you call it, the Pelly Pails. They was wearing the motherfucking Pelly Pails. And you had two different styles of Pelly Pail. Like, you either had the Pelly Pail that had the hood on and the shit like that, and it was more of a coat. Or motherfuckers would wear the other Pelly Pail where it was like a leather coat without the hood. You know, with the fixed collar and shit like that. And it had all the stitches and shit like that in the back. Both of them bitches was running motherfuckers, even back then, $600, $700, $800. You feel me? And motherfuckers still to this day is still, you know what I'm saying, rocking the Pelly Pails and shit like that. But that's more of the Chicago flavor and stuff like that. Like, our flavor, our style and shit still hasn't changed to this day. We still pretty much, you know what I'm saying, rock the same shit and stuff like that. You feel me? You know, but, you know, other places, they wore other shit and stuff like that. What we was wearing back then and what we wear today, that's our area. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers in L.A., you know what I'm saying? That's their area. You know, they got their own, you know what I'm saying, little style and stuff like that. Same thing with New York. They got their own little style and shit like that, or what motherfuckers was wearing today and what motherfuckers was wearing back then and stuff like that. So when I got older, you know what I'm saying, I peep game and I realized that shit. But at the time, though, you know what I'm saying, when I used to go down there and visit and shit, I used to look at motherfuckers like, damn, why y'all ain't wearing the same shit that I'm wearing? You feel me? Like, y'all wearing motherfucking Reeboks and motherfucking, I don't know what the fuck those is, and you know what I'm saying, all types of crazy ass shit. You know what I mean? Like, it was just crazy to me, but you know, you just gotta realize we in a different area though. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers wear different shit though. You know what I mean? Still got real niggas. But niggas just wear different shit though. That's their area though. Just like how motherfuckers got different lingo and shit like that. Motherfuckers just rocking different shit in different areas though. But I ain't start to realize that shit until a little bit older, whatever the case may be. But when I was younger though, I used to look at my old man's like, damn, Pop, man, you need to wear this and wear that. My dad, we had went to the mall one time, and he was like, you say I gotta wear what? I was like, you gotta wear that or wear that. He looked at that shit like, man, you motherfuckers must be stupid that I'm finna spend motherfucking $100 for that shit when I could buy about 3 or 4 of those motherfuckers for this shit. And it ain't no difference. You can't even tell the difference. And when I got older, shit, I started to realize what the fuck he was talking about. It's crazy, bro. Like, back then, motherfuckers used to sit there and spend $50, $60, $70, $80 on a pair of jeans, bro. Just on one pair of jeans. Sometimes $110. Like, on certain LRG joints, you have to spend like $110. Like, that shit crazy, bro. Like, since I've been grown and shit like that, bro, like the jeans I got on right now, H&M, bro. You feel me? Like H&M, $20, $30, maybe $40 at the most. That's it. Like, bro, you know what's the last time? I can't even think or remember the last time that I spent $100 on some jeans. Or spent $100 and some dollars on a fit or something like that. Like, I'm just not gonna do it, bro. Like, y'all motherfuckers crazy. The only way that a motherfucker gonna catch me spending, you know, $100, $150, close to $200 on a fit, unless I buy like a track joint, you know what I'm saying, one of the Nike tracks. That's the only way you're gonna catch me spending that money. And even on those, I catch them bitches on sale, bro. Even with those bitches, man, I catch some bitches on sale, bro. I ain't finna spend top dollar on that bullshit. The fuck? Y'all ass crazy. Y'all ass tweaking. Y'all capping quick. You did? But nonetheless, though, you know what I'm saying, me and my mans, though, man, you know what I'm saying, we was really like, you know what I'm saying, trendsetters and shit like that. And that's what really got us, you know what I'm saying, vibing out with each other, whatever the case may be. Because, you know what I'm saying, he knew how to dress, I knew how to dress and shit like that, or whatever the case may be. Now, one thing that I didn't like about my mans back then, though, and I gotta say this, bro. Look, I'm sorry. I know I'm gonna offend some motherfuckers and shit like that, bro, but I just gotta say it, bro, because this is one thing that a lot of motherfuckers from around my way had really bad, bro, and I just could never rock with it, bro. I could never rock with this shit, bro. But a lot of niggas from around my way, when we was younger, now I don't know what you niggas is doing now, because I don't hang around you niggas, so I don't know what y'all doing now, but I know for a fact, I know people personally, you feel me, that did this shit for a fact. They asked me, they asked my mans, he was a part of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Other people that I knew and shit, they was a part of that shit or whatever. Like, I knew a lot of motherfuckers that did this shit, right? But one thing that I never could understood, and I never understand, and I never did when I was young and when I was in high school and shit, because I thought that was some
some dirty ass bum shit, and that's just me. If niggas feel a different type of way, hey, you feel a different type of way. You know what I mean? That's just me. That's just like saying, you know what I'm saying, when a nigga wipe their ass or some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Me personally, you know, I'm gonna keep on wiping my ass until I don't see shit. Some of you niggas just wipe your ass 2 times and you still see shit, but you like, oh, that's good enough. We think differently, right? The one thing I never understood about niggas back then, bro, is niggas wearing other niggas' clothes, bro. I gotta say it, bro.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
I gotta say it, bro.
Come on, man.
That was one thing that I was never with. I was never with that shit, bro. I know a lot of niggas, bro. A lot of niggas. And like I said, I don't know what you niggas is doing to this day. I hope y'all ain't doing that shit now. But especially back then, bro, I knew a lot of niggas, bro, that motherfuckers was wearing each other clothes and shit like that. And that shit right there, like, I just never understood that shit. Like, this nigga just wore this whole fit a week ago. And now, a week later, you wearing the same whole fit? Like, and I know y'all niggas is cool with each other. Like, help me understand that it's one thing, right? And even with that, bro, I still look at that shit sideways, bro, even with that. But I can at least make understanding of it. It's one thing that if y'all niggas was going to 2 different schools and shit, and his mama bought him the fit, or he got the fit, or however he got it, right? And he wore it one day to school and shit like that, and then he gave it to you, and you go to a different school, so motherfuckers don't know y'all too, and now you wear it. I still wouldn't do it, but I get it though. Like I say, I get it. But when niggas went to the same school with each other, and they wore each other's clothes, from the shirt to the pants to the shoes, I just never understood that shit, dog. Like, that shit was just dirty to me. Like, that was just some just dirty ass shit to me, bro. And like I said, different shows for different folks, bro. You know what I mean? Hey, if you had to get it how you had to get it, man, God bless you. You feel me? But I was just never a part of that shit, bro. Like, niggas used to ask me all the time, like, hey, bro, let me borrow those pants, or hey, bro, let me woo and stuff like that. Nah, dog. Like, come on, man. Let me just, at least you borrow something. Nah, bro, you ain't got shit that I want to borrow, bro. Like, I'm cool, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool, dog. Like, I'm cool on that shit. Like, if I ever wanted something, bro, like, I'll just have to sit there and wait, bro. Like, I'm not finna wear your shit, bro. Like, that's just some dirty shit to me, bro. Like, I'm cool on that shit. And like I said, man, niggas had that shit bad back in the day in school with me, bro. Like, niggas was just walking around wearing each other's shit and stuff like that. And I was just like, wow, like, I've never seen no shit like this. And hopefully, for the most part, niggas ain't doing that right now. I doubt niggas is doing that now, though. But, man, back then, bro, niggas used to do that a lot, right? And my mans, he used to do that a lot. He used to be around, you know what I'm saying, a whole bunch of motherfuckers and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, he was somewhat well off and shit. So, you know, he was pretty much able to get what the fuck he wanted to get and stuff like that, or whatever the case may be. And, you know, a lot of motherfuckers that we hung out with and shit like that. Like I said, I don't knock nobody and shit like that. We all had to come up from somewhere and stuff. But, you know, a couple motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, they didn't have it all, or whatever the case may be. Or even if they did have it all, it was some motherfuckers that they got what the fuck they wanted to get. But they just wanted to swap clothes with each other. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I never got that part. Like, I get it. If your mans, you trying to help your mans out and shit, I get that part. But, like, bro, your people got money. My people got money. Why we gotta swap clothes, bro? Like, just buy that shit, bro. Like, you spent the same amount of money on that fit as I did on this fit, and you want to wear this fit? Like, shit doesn't even make sense to me, right? But my mans used to have that shit bad, right? And I used to get on his ass all the time about that shit. Like, man, stop letting motherfuckers wear your shit and stuff like that, bro. Like, that's some old bum shit right there. You let motherfuckers wear your fit and shit like that. Oh, man, I'm just looking out for foe and them and stuff like that. Ooh, and stuff like that. I'm like, you know what, bro? You know better than I do, bro. I'm going to step back, bro. You know, you still my dog and shit, man. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That shit just don't sit right with me or whatever. So, I remember one time he calls me up and shit, right? He's like, you know, he called me by my real name, but, you know, Fly. I'm like, what up, bro? What you got going on and shit? I'm like, I ain't doing shit, bro. I'm at the crib and stuff. You think you be able to make it over here where I'm at? I'm like, where you at? He's like, I'm at the crib. I'm like, all right, give me about 30 minutes and shit, right? So, you know, I get the car and shit like that. I drive down there to where he at the house and shit like that. I'm like, yo, what's going on, bro? He's like, man, Joe, motherfuckers just got me. I'm like, what you mean motherfuckers just got you? He's like, bro, motherfuckers broke into my crib and shit, man, took all my clothes. I'm like, what? Motherfuckers took all your clothes? So, the shit crazy, bro, right? The same niggas that he was letting borrow his clothes and shit, and not only borrow his clothes, but they was swapping clothes and shit like that, they robbed the man for all his shit. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, you robbed the man for his clothes, bro? Like, that's weird right there. Like, why y'all niggas robbed the man for his shit? Like, he was looking out for you niggas. But they robbed him for his shit or whatever. And I'm telling him, like, man, you know who it is? And shit, like, yeah, I got an idea who it was and shit like that. Because some way, somehow, you know what I'm saying, he never had, like, you know what I'm saying, his own personal key or whatever. So what motherfuckers used to do and shit was, they used to have the key, you know what I'm saying, outside somewhere, whatever the case may be. And I guess motherfuckers, you know, peep game where the key was at and shit like that. And what's crazy is with me saying that, my family started doing some shit like that, and I got a story. It's going to be in another video, though, but I got a story to tell about that shit, too, as well. But we started to do that shit, too, as well, man. That shit fucked us over, too, as well, though. But talk about him, though. Motherfuckers paid attention to where the key was outside and shit like that or whatever. And, you know, came there when motherfuckers wasn't there and shit, cleaned them out and shit. You know what I mean? Like, didn't fuck with nobody else's room or nothing like that. Just went all in his room, like, just took everything and shit or whatever. So, you know, he all fucked up and frustrated and shit like that or whatever. And, you know what I'm saying? I felt bad for him and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I go back to the crib and shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, Joe, like, you know, bro fucked up. Like, he ain't got no clothes, like, no clothes at all. And at that particular time, right, I had a whole bunch of clothes and shit like that or whatever the case may be. I had a stepbrother that was living with me and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? He had a little bit of clothes and stuff like that or whatever the case may be, because he was another motherfucker that was doing that whole, you know what I'm saying, little motherfuckers wear his clothes and shit like that. Like I said, I think I was like the only motherfucker in school that did not do that shit. But that's just me, though. But I tell my stepbrother and shit, I'm like, you know, me and my stepbrother, we never see eye to eye, though, nothing like that. But he liked my mans, though. You know what I'm saying? He was cool with him. He liked him. So I go to the crib and shit, and I tell my stepbrother, I'm like, yo, such and such just got robbed for all his clothes and shit like that, and he ain't got shit, bro. Like, he ain't got shit. And I'm sitting there, like, you know, telling him and shit, like, you know what I'm saying, we gotta look out for bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, good peoples and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't got no money to really, like, buy him no shit. You know what I mean? But, you know what I'm saying, at least help him out on some clothes and shit like that or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying, my stepbrother, he like, I mean, what you want me to give him, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? He kind of like, he don't want to do it. And I'm like, I get it, you know, you cool with him, shit like that, but you're not obligated to do it, though. So I get it, right? But I'm just, like, throwing it out there, like, you know what I'm saying? Look out for bro, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bro, you know what I'm saying? Looked out for you a couple times, shit like that. Like, just like with me, bro was the same way. You know what I'm saying? He had his license at a young age. He been driving since a young age and shit like that. Like, he been doing his thing and shit. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I'm saying? Try to look out for bro and shit like that. I mean, if you could just give him one pair of pants or something, man, you know what I'm saying? Just so he can have something to wear or something like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Eventually, you know what I'm saying? He finally gave in and shit, talk about my stepbrother. He gave him a pair of pants and a shirt. No, he gave him a pair of pants and two shirts. I ain't gonna lie about it. He gave him a pair of pants and two shirts. You know what I'm saying? Not no regular shirt. You know shirts that, you know, you'll go out somewhere or whatever. You know, some of you can wear to school and something like that. You know, not no bullshit, nothing like that, right? So he did that. Boom. So I gave him 2 pairs of pants or whatever. I gave him, I want to say I gave him probably about 2, maybe 3 shirts. Yeah, probably about 2 or 3 shirts, whatever the case may be, and a pair of shoes. That's what I was able to give him. And I asked him, you know what I'm saying, before motherfucker gave him the clothes and shit, I was like, you know, what about your draw? Like, you good on that? He like, no, motherfuckers ain't touch all that shit. They just took my clothes. I'm like, all right, bet. So you cool on draws and shit. You don't need no draws, nothing like that. All right, bet. But it wasn't like I was gonna give him my drawers off my ass or nothing like that. But you know what I'm saying? If motherfuckers need a couple of dollars or something like that, we'll try to, you know what I'm saying, try to, hustle to get you a couple of dollars or something like that before we can take you to Walmart, you know what I'm saying, get some drawers or something. You know what I'm saying? You need some clothes, man. So we got him situated and stuff like that for the most part. You know what I'm saying? He had a pair, you know what I'm saying, a couple pair of pants to wear. I had a couple shirts and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And a pair of shoes and stuff like that. I gave him some all white shoes. I think they was some like, I forgot what it was. It was some type of Nike shoes, but they was all white and shit like that. And my shit, still like to this day, right? Like, when I wear my shoes and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Just like how everybody else wear their shit. I don't wear my shit back to back to back to back. Like, I wear it once, go a couple weeks, probably wear it again, go a week, maybe go a month, wear it again. Because I got so many pairs of shoes. Even back then, I had so many pairs of shoes. So, I wear a pair of shoes. I'll get a pair of shoes. I'll wear it maybe like a day or two, then stop wearing them, then probably bring them back out like a month later or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just do it like that. Yeah, I got my shoes my go-to shoes that I wear all the time and stuff. But for the most part, though, a lot of my shoes, I don't wear them that much. Like, I'm looking at a pair of shoes right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got these pair of shoes right here to the side of me that I wear all the time. But I got like another pair of shoes that's right next to those that I wore them motherfuckers once probably this year. And then I got a whole bunch of other shoes in the closet that, depending on what the fit looks like and shit like that, that's when I wear. You know what I'm saying? Same philosophy that I have today is the same philosophy that I had back then. You dig? So, you know what I'm saying? Got my man's right and shit like that or whatever the case may be. And, you know what I'm saying? That right there, you know what I'm saying, I thought will build a stronger, you know what I'm saying, relationship with each other or whatever. So, we friends and shit like that. We doing all our stuff and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we fucking bitches together. We getting money together and shit like that. When I say getting money together and shit like that, I don't mean like, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers, selling drugs together and shit like that. But he's doing his thing. I'm doing my thing, right? But we both need transportation to get to where we need to get some money, right? You get what I'm saying? So it'll be one weekend. He will have, you know what I'm saying, the car or something like that. So I'll pitch in, you know what I'm saying, throw in gas money and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? He's doing what he's doing to get money. So he's getting his money and shit like that. And I'm doing what I got to do to get money and stuff like that. And we just moving like that. Or maybe the next week, you know what I'm saying, I will have the car. You feel me? And when I say have the car, I'm talking about, the family car, mom's car or something like that. I'll have the car for the weekend. So he'll pitch in, throw gas money and shit like that. And we just, you know what I'm saying, be riding around doing our thing and shit. So I was sitting there telling myself, bro, for the longest, like, you know what I'm saying, my man, you know what I'm saying, he cool people's, man. We've been rocking out for years now. Like, we started really hanging out sophomore year and stuff like that. I've been knowing him since freshman year. But now, you know what I'm saying, we both done graduated out of high school. Come down, fast forwarding a little bit. We both done graduated out of high school. Went and been through a couple little things and stuff like that, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? We got a couple dollars together. We fuck bitches together. You know what I'm saying? We always been around each other. Like, I knew things about him. He knew things about me. Like, we was chilling. You feel? Like, we was cooling. But still just like what I said, bro. Situations like this that played off the way that it played off, and it just, you know what I'm saying, put it like a certain type of envy, you know what I'm saying, in me, where I just didn't want to be cool with niggas no more, bro. You know what I mean? Like, outside niggas, like, I don't be trying to go out my way to try to be cool with new niggas and shit like that, or, you know what I'm saying, niggas that knew me from school and, oh, let's hang out. I mean, we can hang out at a club or something like that. I can't stop you coming to no club, but like on some, man, what you doing, what you on type shit, it's like, man, I ain't really on that shit with niggas, bro. Like, I'm cool, bro. So, it was a situation that happened, right, once we graduated out of high school, whatever the case may be. And once we graduated out of high school, it's even crazier because we really started hanging out a lot more of each other. But once we graduated out of high school, whatever, it was just this one little nigga or whatever that I wasn't really seeing eye to eye with and shit like that. Like, you know, niggas wasn't really seeing eye to eye with him and shit like that. Like, the nigga just didn't sit right with me, right? Like, every time I came around and shit, every time, you know what I'm saying, I'll be around the nigga and shit like that, like, I always felt like the nigga was trying to be more than what he was and shit like that. The nigga was trying to be, you know what I'm saying, extra, shit like that. Like, I don't know. I just at that particular time, and he just didn't sit right with me or whatever case may be. And what's crazy is later on, as the years went on and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, me and dude, as like, I wouldn't say we became cool, but we became mutual, where I see him, I say what up, he says what up, we shake hands, and we keep it moving. You feel me? So it's that right there. So it shows you how petty the shit was, right? But at the particular time, though, it was big, though. So, you know what I'm saying? The nigga that used to come around this shit, his sister, I used to fuck with. Now, when this situation that happened, I was fucking around with his sister probably like 2, almost 3 years prior to this situation that happened, right? Because at the school that I was going to, when you're in 9th grade, at the particular time, when you're in 9th grade, the whole building is all 9th graders, right? And then when you go to your sophomore year, now you're in the building with the sophomores, the juniors, and the seniors. And that shit didn't change until my senior year, where they pretty much mixed it up for both sides. So that building was now doing 9 through 12, where it was just doing 9th grade, and the other building was still doing 9 through 12. So it changed it up my senior year. But anywho, sophomore year and shit like that or whatever, you know what I'm saying, I was fucking around with his sister and shit like that or whatever. You know, she liked me and shit like that or whatever. We hanging out, we kicking and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We doing us. You know what I'm saying? 2 and 2, you put shit together. You feel me? Or whatever. You know, I used to come over there, you know, to their crib and shit like that, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? I see him and shit like that. So he knew who I was and shit, right? It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't a face that he don't recognize. Like, as many times that I came over there to your crib in your basement and shit like that, where her room was at, or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers, you know, saying want to keep on coming down there and shit like that, being nosy, and you know how little brothers are and shit like that. Man, who is this dude, man? Why is he here? Type shit. You know what I mean? But I'm here though. I'm chilling though. You feel me? So, you know, it was all that going on or whatever the case may be. So I remember one day me and my man and shit, we sitting up in the car and shit, and we talking and shit like that. He really didn't know about, you know what I'm saying, I used to mess around, you know what I'm saying, with Buddy's sister and shit like that. But he tells me some shit like, yeah, man, woo and stuff like that. You know, motherfuckers was just talking. Motherfuckers was just, you know what I'm saying, just joking and shit like that. But, you know, motherfuckers was just talking and shit like that. And we was just talking like, you know what I'm saying, who can beat up who and woo and stuff like that, or whatever the case may be or whatever. And your name, Hank, came up. And I'm like, all right, so what motherfucker said? You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers was like, man, do y'all think Woo can fight? Do y'all think Woo can beat up Woo and stuff like that? And motherfuckers like, some motherfuckers was agreeing, some motherfuckers wasn't agreeing, but you know how that shit be and stuff like that. But bro ass was sitting there like he knew you though. Bro ass was sitting there talking like, man, bro ass ain't finna beat up nobody. Bro ass ain't finna touch nobody. His ass a bitch, woo and stuff like that. Like he knew you and shit. He talking about you know what I'm saying, the girl that I used to fuck with, little brother. That's who he talking about, right? And I'm like, yeah. You're like, yeah, man, he was really talking real, you know what I'm saying, down about you, man. You like, yeah, man, motherfuckers will beat his ass and woo and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it started to sound like on some hating shit. So, you know, in the mix, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers telling me that shit, and I'm talking to my mans that I thought was my mans, right? I'm sitting there like, oh, bro ass probably don't like me and shit like that because, you know what I'm saying, I used to fuck with his sister and stuff like that. That's probably why he don't like me. That's probably why, you know what I'm saying, I probably sit some type of way, he feels some type of way about me and stuff like that, 'cause I used to be fucking with his sister and shit. And he like, oh, you used to fuck with Woo? I'm like, yeah, I used to fuck with her and shit. Like, back when we was sophomores and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? She'll come to my crib, I come to her crib. Like, we used to fuck around and shit. It wasn't nothing long or nothing like that, probably about 3-4 months or some shit like that. But yeah, we used to fuck around and shit. He like, oh, that's probably what it is then. Like, that's probably where the hate coming from. I'm like, that's more like it what it is, bro. Like, you know how that shit be, man. Motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, be feeling some type of way and shit like that. Like, bro, that's your sister, bro. Like, you hating on me like that's your bitch or something like that's your sister, bro. Like, I never understood niggas that used to sit there and get mad at a nigga for fucking with their sister. Like, that's your sister, bro. Like, that ain't your bitch. Like, you getting mad and upset like this is your bitch or something. Like, this is your sister, bro. Like, are you fucking your sister? Like, that's how I be feeling when niggas say shit like that. Like, are you fucking your sister? Like, how you getting mad at me for fucking with your sister? Like, I can understand, right? If a nigga putting hands on their sister and shit like that, a motherfucker beating your sister up and shit like that, I can understand you feeling some type of way. I can understand that 110%. You know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do. Fuck that nigga. I get it then. But if a nigga just on some, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, I fuck with dude and shit like that, woo and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all my little brothers. Y'all chill. Y'all cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never understood how niggas can feel some type of way about that shit. I just never understood that shit. But nonetheless, though, this is at, you know, saying younger age and shit like that. So, you know, it is what it is. But that's what I told my man. So I'm like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I think Buddy has this hang how he used to fuck with his sister and shit like that, whatever case may be. Woo. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm thinking nothing about it and shit like that. He just, you know what I'm saying, putting me up on game and shit like that or whatever case may be. So I ain't thinking shit about it or whatever. So I say about maybe a week or two later, I get a random ass phone call because my man's right. See, I graduated in 2010, but my man's, he didn't graduate on time. So he had to do I don't know if he had to do a whole nother year or he just had to do another semester, like a half a year or something like that. I think he just had to do half a year. Like he'll be out in December or some shit like that. But either way, he had to, you know, saying go back to school and shit like that because he didn't graduate on time or whatever. I graduated on time. So I get a random ass phone call, you know what I'm saying, like at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and shit. You know, I'm not in school and shit like that. I'm look at the number and shit. I'm like, who the fuck is this? So I answering and shit like that. It's Lil Big Bro. He on the phone woofing and shit like that, loud as hell, like, yeah, man, motherfuckers told me that you talking shit about me, talking about you gonna whoop my ass and woo and all this old shit, and you gonna do this and do that, nigga. The next time I see your ass, I'm gonna kill you. I'm like, who is this? Man, you know who the fuck this is, woo and stuff like that. So once I caught on to the voice, I know who this is. All right, I peep game now. I'm like, bro, who told you this shit, bro? Ain't nobody say anything about fighting you and pulling out gun, like, cause motherfuckers all knew that. Even back then, right, like, I used to always have a gun on me. Like, I always had guns. It's nothing to brag or nothing like that, but I just always had guns, though. Like, always, like, even back, like, I got some homeboys that remember me having guns back in, like, in the 7th grade, bro. Like, I just always had guns on me and shit like that or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? He's sitting there on the phone like, yeah, man, motherfuckers talking about you gonna shoot me and woo and stuff like that. Say you gonna do all this and shit like that. You a bitch ass motherfucker, whatever. You know, this going crazy to, hey, I ain't gonna hold you. Treating my ass. You feel me? Like, treating my ass. You did? So I'm like, yo, who told you this? Who told you this? He's like, man, don't worry about who the fuck told me this, man. When I see your ass, I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do that to you. So I hang up, like, bro ain't talking about shit. I hang up and shit like that, right? So the nigga calls back like 5 minutes later and shit. Fuck you hanging up for, nigga? I'm finna pull up to your house, man. I know where the fuck you live at and shit like that. Yeah, you think motherfuckers your mans and shit like that. Motherfuckers told all the information. And when he said that, right, it started to put 2 and 2 together, like, you know where I live at. Because the particular place that we was living at the time, I had just moved there. Probably like 2 months prior to this phone call. So a lot of motherfuckers didn't know where I was living at. You feel me? We moved from a house apartment that we was living at for like the first, we was at that apartment for like, we was at that apartment probably for like 6 years. Yeah, probably like 6 years we was at that apartment. I think from like 2002, if I can remember right. It was like 2002 that we moved to that apartment. And we didn't leave that apartment until 2010 is when we left that apartment. So you talking about 6, 7, 8 years at that apartment and shit. You know what I'm saying? And we've been there. So I wasn't living there no more. And the crazy thing about it is we had moved from that apartment, moved to another city. Then from that city, we came back and moved somewhere else. So within the course of like 4 months, we left that apartment, moved out here, stayed there for like a month or two, then moved out there. what came back and moved out here. So when he said, you know what I'm saying, I know where you live at, you know what I'm saying, yeah, I know where you at, you know what I'm saying, he said the area and shit like that, yeah, I know where you at, I know what street you at, woo, I'm finna come over there, I'm finna blow that bitch up. I'm like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hear what he's saying and shit like that. It's like, whatever with him. But I'm like, who the fuck said this shit? So when he said all that shit, I started to put 2 and 2 together, whatever the case may be, and I'm like, okay, I know what's going on now. Motherfuckers that I just had that conversation with in the car and shit about a week or 2 ago, them the motherfuckers that sat there and said that shit. Because my other homeboys and shit like that I was thinking, they never been here before. They never been to this address before. He's the only one that's been to this address. So he knows where this address is at. All right? And then when it came to, you know what I'm saying, everything else that he was saying and stuff like that or whatever, my other homeboys don't talk to Buddy. He's the only one that talks to Buddy because he came to me and told me that what Buddy said. So basically what my man was doing was playing the middleman type shit. So when he was playing the middleman and I peep game and shit like that, I hang up the phone again on him. I'm like, bro, I ain't worried about you. I call up my mans and shit like that or whatever. I'm like, bro, what you on, bro? He's like, what you talking about? He's like, I'm like, what you on, man? Like, you on some weird shit or something like that? What's to you? He's like, what you talking about? He's like, bro, how the fuck motherfucker woo and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying that I said this and said that and stuff like that, whatever the case may be. And I know that me and you was the only one that had a conversation about him within the last couple of weeks and stuff. And then the conversation that we had, all I said was I used to fuck with his sister and shit. And that's probably why he don't like me. But he on the phone talking about, I said, I'm going to kill him and do this and I'm going to do this. Like, bro, what you on? Oh, I ain't say nothing to him. I don't know where he get that shit from. I'm like, bro, look, check this out, dog. You the only nigga that I had this conversation with about this nigga right here. I don't hang out with a lot of motherfuckers. So I didn't have this conversation with a lot of people. Better yet, I didn't have this conversation with nobody else. You the one that came up to me and told me about this dude. I wasn't even thinking about this guy. You the one that came up to me and told me that, yeah, man, motherfuckers were sitting there hating on you, talking about they'll kick your ass, beat your ass, and woo, you a bitch, and la and stuff like that. And all I said was, oh, shorty probably just mad because I used to fuck with his sister. That's probably what it is. But yeah, you added shit to the story and shit like that. Like, you sneak dissing on me, bro? Like, what's to you? He like, man, ain't nobody sneak dissing on you and shit like that. I'm so, bro, how the fuck did Buddy ass get this type of information then? And then he know where I live at and shit like that. He named the exact area and shit like that. Like, you the only one that's been here, bro. Explain that to me. Man, I don't know, man. Maybe motherfuckers seen you get out the car. You know how motherfuckers be paying attention and shit like that. All right, bro. I peep game, bro. So I hang up off the phone with him and shit like that. I'm sitting there. I go to my man's house and shit like that or whatever. And I tell my other mans and shit. I'm like, man, Joe, woo just try to put me in some shit. You're like, what you talking about? I'm like, man, motherfuckers had a little conversation about such and such. You know what I'm saying? They was talking amongst themselves and stuff, talk about, you know, who can beat up who can fight who and stuff like that. And my name came up. And when my name came up, such and such was sitting there talking about, do it as a bitch, do it as a hoe, fuck him and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever. So he comes back and tell me about the shit. And all I said was, dude ass probably hating on me on some other shit because I fuck with his sister. I used to fuck with his sister back in the day. You know what I mean? So then a week or two later, I get a random phone call. How the fuck this dude get my number? So he didn't call me off my phone and shit. From calling me off my phone and shit, he knew where I lived at and shit. And then they add extra shit to the motherfucking story and shit. You're like, yeah, buddy ass on some other shit, man. He on some bullshit and stuff like that. And from that day on, bro, and the crazy thing is, that right there kind of sparked up a little something too as well because me and buddy ass, we wasn't seeing eye to eye and shit like that or whatever. They had caught me one time at a gas station and shit like that or whatever. I clinched like I had a pistol on me or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? They bail out and stuff like that or whatever. They go their separate ways. Then it was another time that they seen me and shit like that. We get to fighting and stuff like that or whatever the case may be. But that shit, you know what I'm saying, started some shit though. It was about to start some shit though. You feel me? Like my mans and them, they sitting there, my other mans and them, they sitting there like, man, Joe, like, man, what's going on with these niggas? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we need to do something. I'm like, nah, bro, I don't think it's gonna be that serious, bro. But motherfuckers was on that shit though, right? But the point that I want to make, though, is from that point on, I stopped hanging out with Buddy. Like, I stopped hanging out with him completely. I ain't say another word to him. I didn't acknowledge him, nothing. Like, I completely just cut him off. Like, just like that. It wasn't no, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers see each other and shit like that, and motherfuckers chop it up, and, man, Joe, man, you know what I'm saying, shake hands and forgive each other. No, I just cut motherfuckers off and never said another word to a motherfucker ever since. And still to this day. Because that shit happened in 2011. Yeah, 2011 when that shit happened, right? It's 2023. And I still haven't said not one word to this guy. Not one word to this guy. I done seen him out and about because, you know, we still live in the same area and shit like that. He's still local and shit like that. I see him and shit. I still have not said one word to this guy. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Just completely cut him off. Like, and that's the type of mindset that I was having at the age of 18, 19 years old. Like, bro, if you do me dirty, if you lie on me, you try to be on some weird ass pillow talking type shit, bro, I'm cutting your ass off, bro. And niggas get it confused that they think that niggas can only pillow talk to a bitch. No, you can pillow talk to niggas too as well. I'm supposed to be your man. I'm supposed to be your partner. I'm supposed to be your right hand man. But you go back and tell some bullshit ass story and then add more shit to it like a bitch. Like, that shit don't sit right with me. And that's why still to this day, I still haven't said not a word to your ass. And every time that I do see you, you just invisible. Like, I don't say shit to you. I remember one time, it was this one homie that is acquaintance with me and him and shit like that, because he was acquaintance with me and him back then and shit. I see him out of nowhere. I haven't seen this nigga in about 4 or 5 years and shit. I see him somewhere, you know what I'm saying? We get to chopping it up and stuff like that. We're out the band. And he's like, when is the last time you seen such and such? I'm like, shit, I haven't seen such and such since school, bro. He like, oh, okay, I seen such and such, you know what I'm saying, a couple weeks ago, woo, and shit. I'm like, oh, he's still local? Like, yeah, he's still local. You know, he driving trucks and woo and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, that's what's up. Good for him, man. He's like, yeah, man, he's still with the same girl and shit like that. They got kids and shit. I'm like, oh, that's what's up. I'm like, I already knew that much because me and his old lady, his baby mama, we friends on Facebook and shit. So I see that she got, you know, saying kids and shit. And then when I see the picture of the kids, I'm like, oh yeah, that's Buddy ass right there, because them kids look just like him. So I knew for a fact that he was still with shorty ass and shit like that. But I told my mans when I seen him, I'm like, yeah, bro, like I haven't talked to him, bro. But even when I said that though, I never went into details like, man, fuck Buddy, man. Buddy ass a bitch, man. I don't fuck with Buddy and shit like that. He did some old fag ass shit back in the day and shit like that, telling motherfuckers a fake ass story and shit like that, talking about I was gonna shoot somebody. Like, I never told motherfuckers that story. I just said instantly, like, yeah, I don't fuck with, you know what I'm saying? I haven't seen Buddy. I didn't even say I ain't even fuck with Buddy. I haven't seen him, bro. Like, we just ain't ran into each other, bro. Like, that shit crazy. And when I had that conversation with bro ass, that was like probably like 2016, maybe 15, but either 15 or 16. So you talk about 4 or 5 years prior to that situation happening. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't seen Buddy as ever since then. My man's and shit, I haven't seen him since then. But yeah, but when I seen him out there that day and shit, man, and we chopped it up and shit, he asked me like, yeah, man, you still be with Woo and shit like that? I'm like, nah, bro, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, you know, slowly but surely just fall off and shit, man. It's simple like that. But I could have easily went into details and just been like, nah, I don't fuck with Buddy ass. Buddy ass a bitch, man. He over here lying on me and shit like that, whatever the case may be. Like, I never did that, bro. I never moved like that. You know what I mean? I never did that with no nigga. Like, there's no nigga out here I ever sat there and did that shit with. You feel me? It's one thing that I'm sitting here having conversation with my partners, like niggas that I've been with ever since way back then, and we still together to this day. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about your ass. I'm gonna let motherfuckers know how I feel and shit. You feel me? And if I hear anything or whatever the case may be, I know where it came from. And it's not like in the sense that, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers saying on some old scary type shit like, man, you saying it like you was scared or upset that, you know what I'm saying, word got out or something, like, you know what I'm saying, you thought dude was a bitch and then he a bitch. It's not the point though. the point is that motherfuckers don't move that way, bro. Like, if I tell you some shit and stuff like that, man, that's just between us, bro. Like, if I wanted to tell dude that he's a bitch, let me tell dude that he's a bitch. Not on some behind my back type shit like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? My man say that you a bitch, bro. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about that? Like, what? Like, that shit weird to me, bro. If I want to tell Buddy that he a bitch, then I'll go up to him and tell him that he a bitch. Or inbox him and tell him that he a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'll move like that. But not on no behind my back type shit. You feel me? Like, I never understood shit like that. Same thing when it comes to these females, bro. Y'all niggas got that shit bad, bro. Like, how you niggas want to sit here and be pillow talking about other niggas, bro? You feel me? Like, I have never in my life, when it comes to females and shit like that, right? Me and a female talking or whatever case may be, we having conversation or whatever. And, you know how conversations be, man. Motherfuckers be like, I be with such and such, and she goes out with such and such, and I be with such and such, and she hangs out with such and such, and shit like that. Do you know those dudes? She showed me a picture, or she say names and shit like that. And sometimes it be niggas that, bro, I don't even fuck with y'all niggas. Like, y'all niggas did shit to my peoples and shit like that. Y'all did shit to my mans and them. Like, I definitely don't fuck with y'all. But I still be like, oh, yeah, I know Buddy, man. Yeah, we went to school with each other. Yeah, he a cool dude. Simple as that. Whole time, I'm like, this bitch-ass nigga right here. This hoe-ass nigga right here. This fake-ass, phony-ass nigga right. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I'm thinking in my head. But when it comes to the bitch, though, it's like, yeah, I know Buddy, man. Buddy, yeah. We went to school and shit like that. Yeah, Buddy cool. He all right. He cool. Simple as that. But when you niggas come on, bro, man, you niggas be pillow talking like a motherfucker, bro. To the point where the shit don't even make no sense no more how much you niggas be pillow talking. You know how many times? Because the crazy thing is, right, a lot of niggas don't even be knowing this shit because, it's nothing for me to put out there and stuff like that or whatever. But a lot of motherfuckers don't even be knowing, you know what I'm saying, how cool of a relationship that I got with some of these females, right? And a lot of these females just be sitting there, just, you know what I'm saying, having conversation with me and stuff like that or whatever. And me personally, bro, I don't like when a female comes up to me talking about another nigga, man, because for one, I'm not your girlfriend. Like, I don't care about this shit, sure. Like, why be talking about this dude and shit? You know what I mean? But sometimes, the motherfucker want to sit there and vent or just talk some shit, or it just comes out or whatever. I remember one time, right? Oh, man, this shit be crazy, bro. But I remember one time, right? This one chick that I'm cool with and shit like that, right? We sitting around chilling and shit like that or whatever, man, talking some shit or whatever the case may be. And I don't even know how we even get on the subject. But we get on the subject about, you know what I'm saying, certain motherfuckers out here or whatever the case may be or whatever. And she's like, yeah, that shit's crazy. I'm like, yeah, that shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying, motherfuckers will feel that way. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, because I got this one dude, she said the nigga's name and shit. And I'm like, and my dumb ass, I sat there and was like, such and such, such and such. Like I said his last name. She's like, yeah, him. I got, man, look, this nigga right here, I swear to God, man, this nigga right here be doing this and doing that. And I swear to God, he be paying me and shit like that. Like, I'm like, what you mean by paying you? Like, he be paying me, like, like, he'll take me out and, you know what I'm saying, he'll do this and do that, but then, you know what I'm saying, he'll give me money and I'll just take it, like, on some, like, fuck it type shit. I'm like, wait a minute. You out here selling pussy? Like, no, I ain't selling no pussy, nothing like that. I ain't saying it like that. But what I'm saying is if he's willing to give me the money, I'm just going to go ahead and take it from him. And when she said the nigga name that who was talking about, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, this nigga here is paying for pussy? Like, but this be the same nigga on Facebook that be acting like he get all the bitches in the world, but he's sitting here paying for pussy? Like, what the fuck? But I tell the bitch, like, look, hey, check this out, right? Like, all right, all right, I'll let you say what you had to say and shit like that, but, I'm not finna indulge in that conversation right there. Like, That's a conversation that you have between you and your girlfriends or one of your, little funny male friends or something like that. Me is like, I'll let you vent. I'll let you say what you had to say and shit, because obviously it was irking your nerves and shit like that or whatever. But, I ain't got nothing to add to that. I'm not finna give you my opinion. I'm not finna, sit here and tell you what you should do or anything like that. Like, I'm just not finna move like that. You feel me? And she like, oh, well, it's all good. I'm just saying, though, these niggas be acting like woo and stuff like that, but these niggas be really out here doing this. I'm like, yeah, I've been doing that. You ain't got to tell me nothing. Like, I've been doing shit like that. You feel me? But I took that as, food for thought. Like, okay, he a goofy. I kind of figured that he was a goofy, but she somewhat already, solidified that he's a goofy. You know what I mean? Like, she told me how you out here moving and shit like that. All right, that makes sense. Then it'd be other times that, a female come around and shit like that. We chopping it up cool and shit like that. Because I'm just cool with a lot of females, bro. Like, look, I look at it like this, bro. I love hanging around my niggas and shit like that. But like I said, I only got like a handful of niggas that I hang around with. Like a handful. Like when I say a handful, like less than 5 niggas that I hang around with, right? I don't be trying to hang out with no other niggas. It's simple as that. I'd rather hang out with a female. I'll hang out with a female all day long. We ain't got to be on shit. We ain't got to do shit. I just rather be in the presence of a female. Go to the park, go to the beach, riding around, whatever. I just rather be in the presence of a female over you niggas. I'm cool, bro. And I always been like that. I don't like being in the, you know what I'm saying? I'll be cool, bro. Like, I'll be cool on that shit, bro. Like, I just be cool on that shit. I just be knowing how niggas be sometimes. Like, niggas be on some weird shit, bro. And I ain't got time for the weird shit. Especially with me older now, me having a lot more to lose and shit like that. Me, got stuff, situated, getting stuff situated and stuff like that. Doing certain things and stuff like that. Like, I don't got time to be around you niggas like that, bro. Like, you niggas be on some whole different other shit, bro. Like, I don't know what you niggas be on half the time. So I'd rather just move around and see you when I see you, say what up, shake your hand. It's all love. Don't get it wrong. It's all love. But hanging out wise, though, I'm cool, though. Like, a lot of you niggas are still on gang and them shit. Like, bro, we all in our 30s now, bro. You still on that gang shit, bro? You like, a lot of y'all niggas, you know what I'm saying? And look, I understand niggas move at different rates and shit like that. I try not to put, you know what I'm saying, no type of price tag over niggas' head or nothing like that. But a lot of you niggas, bro, I'm just gonna be honest, bro. A lot of you niggas, bro, come around and shit like that, bro, but y'all be too begging. I'm just gonna be honest. Y'all be too needy, bro. Like, the shit don't make no sense to me. How you a needy ass nigga? But you wanted to come around, though. Like, you knew, and I'm gonna give you a perfect example. You knew that we was gonna go out today. You knew where we was gonna go to. And me and my other homeboy, we had this conversation all the time, right? So I don't feel bad even expressing myself the way that I express myself, because we both agree about this shit. You knew that we was going to go out today. It wasn't like we grabbed you or kidnapped you or something like that and just took you somewhere and we didn't let you know where we was going or anything like that. And you don't have the means to, you know what I'm saying, buy this or buy that or get in or, pay for this drink or whatever. You knew where we was going. But you call us up or you call me up. Ask me what I'm doing tonight. I told you what I'm doing tonight. I'm probably going to go to this club tonight. Oh, does it cost to get in there? Yeah, it costs to get in there. Oh, okay, cool. Well, shit, slide on a motherfucker then. Slide on a motherfucker. Pick a motherfucker up. Once I pick a motherfucker up, we go out there to the club. Now, I don't look at charging niggas gas money and shit like that because we all going to the same direction. If y'all wasn't in this car, I was going to go to this club regardless. So I don't look at charging niggas, saying shit for like shit like that. So I don't even put that over niggas' head. But we get to the club. The club sometimes is $20, $40, sometimes $60 to get in there. It's been sometimes that we had to pay $60 to get into a club. So let's just say it's the 50 ball, right? It costs 50 to get in, right? Man, Joe, I only got 20, man. I thought it was going to be like a dub or something like that. You got $30 that you can spare me real quick? All right, I just gave you $30. I done picked you up, and now I done gave you $30, right? We get in the club, right? Motherfuckers want to drink and shit. Man, Joe, I don't know. I ain't got no money and shit, man. Give me like a cheap drink, man. You know what I'm saying? Nothing too expensive, bro. I already owe you 30. Or give me a beer or something. Then we leave the club, right? We leave the club. Motherfuckers is hungry and shit. You ain't got no money. And I hate just eating in front of a nigga's face. And I know that you've been drinking, you've been smoking and shit like that. But I hate just eating in a nigga's face, so I buy you some food. I ask you, man, you want something to eat, bro? Yeah, man, give me a burger, give me some fries or something like that. And then, at the end of the night, I'm thinking to myself that I'm finna drop you off in the same spot that I picked you up at, but now you want to go somewhere further. Like, bro, I ain't got time to be taking care of you niggas, bro, when I go out, bro. Like, I ain't got time for that shit, bro. I ain't got time for that goof ass shit. I'm sorry, feel the way that you want to feel about that shit. I ain't got time for that goof ass shit. You feel me? Especially when it's on a regular basis and it's a recurrence. And every time I never really need nothing from you. I just want to see what you're going to say. Hey man, let me get $10 real quick to woo and stuff like that. Oh man, I don't even woo and stuff like that. Like, damn, bro, like you don't never got no money. And even when I ask you, and it's rare that I ask you, you can't even look out for me for $10. And if you were smart, you will know that I got money, so you will know that I'll give it right back to you. And me personally, I'm just testing you real quick just to see, where do we stand and shit. Because I got the money. I just want to see what you're going to say. I just want to see if you're going to give me the $10. I'm finna give it right back to you. Like, within the next hour, I'm finna give it right back to you. The same $10 that you gave me. Here, bro. I'm good, bro. I don't need that shit no more, bro. Oh, I thought you needed 10. No. The money came through. You know what I'm saying? I'll say some shit like that. I just want to see if you're going to look out for a nigga real quick. Man, let me hold $10 real quick, though. Ooh, oh, man, I don't even got it, bro. You don't got it. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, if you start being like that, bro, I can't be around you too much, bro. I'm sorry, man. I can't be around you too much, man. Because now you be starting to become a burden to me, man. Like, I can't rely on you on nothing. And like I said, I understand niggas go through situations. Niggas go through, ups, downs, and turnarounds, man. We all go through that. Look, I got plenty of stories when it comes time to tell those stories about me and when I was struggling and shit like that. I got plenty of stories to talk about that shit. You feel me? So I understand that shit. But when you sit there and you like, all right, he couldn't do this, he couldn't do that. But yeah, he got weed though. Make that shit make sense to me. How the fuck you got weed? Like, that shit don't make no sense to me. You got weed and shit like that, but you ain't got $10 to spare me real quick? All right, I kind of see what game is going on right here. Like, I start to think like that. And when I start to think like that, I start cutting niggas off. Like, instantly, I start cutting niggas off, bro. I ain't got time to be around that goof-ass shit. That's just me. I ain't got time to be around that goof-ass shit. Like, niggas got me fucked up, man. Think I'm finna sit here and finna be paying for everything and shit like that. Like, I'm the bitch. Like, bro, you got weed on you. You live with a bitch. And you want me to sit here, man, you better ask your bitch for some motherfucking money, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck, bro. Before you come out the house, you better ask your girlfriend, your wife, or whoever the fuck she is to you, baby, I'm finna go out with the guys and shit like that. Can I please hold $100? If I can get some food, if I can possibly pay, to go into this club, and if we go to a strip club, if I can have a couple of dollars to throw at. You need to start asking. See, y'all niggas need to start asking your old lady to borrow some motherfucking money when y'all want to go out. Because I'm not the one no more, bro. Look, I didn't look out for too many niggas, bro, when I was younger, bro. With shit like that, bro, I can't do that shit no more, man. I can't do that shit. Like, that's enough. And that's a whole different subject right there, but that's just something I had to speak about, man. Like, that's a quick way to get cut off with me, bro. It's on that begging shit, on that type of shit right there, man. Get your ass cut off real quick. Like, you don't mean me nothing, bro. And then, when I do cut you off, I don't hang out with you no more and shit like that, you start down talking me and shit like that to bitches? And you know how many times females And they didn't even know that we was cool like that. Maybe I took a picture with a female. Or maybe you see me out with a female. Or maybe she commented under one of my, posters or something like that, and I responded back to her or something like that. Whatever. You know that me and Shorty is, cool with each other, right? And you run back to the bitch, or whenever you get around the bitch or whatever case may be, you tell her like, man, why you hang out with Fly, man? Fly ass a goofy. Fly ass, he don't be on shit, man. He, whatever stories y'all be making up in your motherfucking head and shit like that, talking to the bitch, right? And then the bitch come back and tells me, yeah, I don't know why your name got brought up and stuff like that, but I was hanging out with, whatchamacallit, we was smoking and shit like that. He wanted to match one, so I pulled up on him and shit, and we sitting there smoking and shit like that or whatever. And he asked me, like, do I hang out with you and shit? And I'm like, yeah, Fly, that's my homeboy. Like, he cool peoples and shit. And he just, like, oh, man, I don't know why you hang out with that nigga. He a bitch-ass nigga. He, motherfucker be talking about he be stealing and robbing and woo-woo and all type of shit. I'm like, really? Nigga said this about me? And even after you done said all that goof-ass shit to the bitch, and she comes back and tell me this shit that you done said about me, I still don't say nothing bad about you niggas. She done sat there and told me all this shit. And I know where it's coming from. Oh, man, my buddy ass mad because I don't hang out with him no more because I don't want to sit there and babysit grown-ass niggas that's older than me and shit like that. Pick them up, pay for their food, pay for their entry fee, pay for their liquor and shit like that. I didn't want to do that shit no more. So now I done cut niggas off and shit like that. I done cut niggas off the nipple and shit like that. Now they feel some type of way. Now they throwing a little tantrum and shit. So now this nigga right here know that me and you are cool and shit. So now he want to run back to you like an good old sister girl and shit like that and pillow talk about me, about a whole nother nigga and shit like that to the bitch. You niggas is weird to me, bro. For real. You niggas is weird to me. That's why I don't hang out with a lot of you niggas out here. Nigga done sat there and said that all that faggot ass shit and stuff like that and said all that dumb ass shit to the motherfucking female. Female comes back and tell me and shit like that or whatever. Because she's a female. So, a female gonna talk. So she gonna come back and tell me and shit like that or whatever. And I ain't gonna sit there and act like, everything that I hear from a motherfucker, I'm gonna believe it 110%. But I knew it had to be a little bit of truth behind it because she didn't know that me and you was cool. I never took no picture with you. I never mentioned you, One thing about me, I don't mention other niggas to bitches. That's weird to me. I'm sitting here talking to a female. Why am I bringing up another nigga's name? So I can have your mind thinking about this nigga? No, your mind supposed to be thinking about me. I'm not finna bring up no other nigga's name. I don't do weird shit like that. But I know a lot of other niggas, they do shit like that. Bring up other niggas and shit like that while they conversate with a female and shit like that. Because really these niggas don't be having shit to talk about when they talk to a female. So they try to use other niggas and shit like that, to try to further along and carry on the conversation and shit. Weird shit like that. I know how you niggas move, man. You feel me? I don't do shit like that. So when I look at and I sit back and I reminisce and I think to myself like, she never knew that me and you was cool like that. We never took no picture. We really don't conversate like that on Facebook, but that's just how we is on Facebook. It's a lot of niggas that I'm best friends with. I'm best friends with these niggas, but we don't conversate like that on Facebook. It's like, for what? Like, he see what I said, he'll like it and keep it moving. Or I say what I had to say, like it, keep it moving. Or I see what he said, I'll like it and keep it moving. Like, we really don't conversate like that on Facebook. But we the best of friends, though. We brothers. You feel me? But we don't conversate like that on Facebook. Like, you really, really never know. You feel me? I got a couple niggas that's like that. So, I think about all bases, like, we don't conversate like that on Facebook. Never took no picture with you. I don't talk to you about, two motherfuckers about. So, how did Shorty know that me and you was kosher with each other? Like, she could have said anybody's name in the world. She could have said this nigga name that I took a picture with. She could have said this nigga name that commented on my picture. She could have said this nigga name that commented on my status. No, she said you. And we not too long ago fell out because over the years I got tired of paying for your ass. Going to the club and shit like that and picking you up and shit. I got tired of doing that shit. You used to sit there and hit me up and shit like that like a bitch. I was gonna be honest. You used to sit there and hit me up all the time and shit like that. Like a female that's calling her boyfriend and shit like that. Baby, baby, baby. And I'll answer sometimes. And you be like, what you on, bro? I ain't on shit, bro. I'm chilling. You going out tonight? I don't know, bro. I probably ain't gonna go out tonight. Then 2-3 hours later, you see, you know what I'm saying, stories and shit that I went out. So you probably like, oh, he lied to me. He said he wasn't going to go out. But now I see that he went out. He lied to me. So that made you feel some type of way. Or later on down the line, I just stopped answering phone calls from you. And you finally got the ideal about it. So that made you feel some type of way. So because I started ignoring your ass. And now you looking at shit like that on my page one day. Because this is how I'm thinking how you niggas move, right? You looking on my page one day or looking at my story and shit. And you see that me and Shorty take a picture together. Or we do like a story together or something like that. Oh, this bitch hang out with this nigga? I know that bitch. So now you done call the bitch up one day or whatever, or inbox the bitch up one day or something like that, right? And you ask her, what you want? Oh, I ain't on shit. Well, you know, you smoke, right? Yeah, I smoke. Man, we'll come match one. She comes match one with you or whatever. That's on some cool shit. And you sit there and have an old good-ass Wendy Williams talking conversation about me. Bro, man, y'all niggas is weird, bro. Weird as fuck, bro. Weird as fuck. You niggas is weird as fuck, bro. Like, that's the most weirdest shit I ever heard in my life right there. But the crazy thing is, it's true, though. And that shit has happened to me. And niggas be wondering why. And, you know what I'm saying? Fly really don't be... I really don't be hanging out with you niggas, bro. Y'all do weird shit, bro. Like, I don't got time for that weird-ass shit like that, bro. Like, the fuck? Like... You mad at me because I don't want to pay for you no more? What sense does that make? Like, help me understand that shit. What sense does that make? I don't want to pay for your goof ass no more. And now you mad and shit. Like, you niggas is weird as fuck, bro. Niggas older than me and shit like that. Y'all move like that, like... I never understood niggas' philosophy when it comes behind shit like that. But the point that I'm trying to make is, you niggas act like some real hoes, bro, when y'all sit here and pillow talk with these females, bro. Like, on some real G shit, bro. You niggas act like real weirdos, man, when it comes to these females, bro. Like, I just be so confused the shit that I be hearing that these females be telling me and shit like that, bro. Like, on some honest shit, bro. Like, to the point where... Bro, I don't even want to even be seen with you niggas half the time, bro. Where the fuck is this at? Oh, this was a year ago? My bad, I'm over here looking at some shit on my story and shit like that. You ever, when it comes to your story and shit like that, look at shit on your story and shit like that. Like, you did some shit for the day or whatever, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? You just want to, whatchamacallit, make it seem like you did some shit or whatever. Like, that's what I'm doing right now. Like, I'm looking at my story and shit. Just trying to, make it seem like I did something today. Because really, I ain't do shit today. Bro. Like, that should be crazy sometimes. Like, I ain't do shit today. Like, I ain't do shit. Motherfucker just been chilling and shit. Ain't do a goddamn thing. Which, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Niggas ain't gotta do shit every day and shit like that. But, I don't know. I just be looking sometimes like at my story and shit. And I be like, damn, I did this last year. I was out here last year doing this. Like, damn, that shit crazy. Like my story looked like I was lit. Well, not last year. Last year I'm looking at it right now, and I ain't do shit but go to the motherfucking beach and shit. But 2 years ago, was it 2 years ago? Yeah, 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I went to the motherfucking club and shit. Yep, I went to the motherfucking club and shit 2 years ago. Bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? Bullshitting. And I gotta make a video about that too as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, always being available. You know what I'm saying? You always gotta be available out here. Always gotta be available out here. You know what I mean? Definitely gotta make a video about that one day. But it's definitely not gonna be tonight though. But you niggas, man, you niggas is weird to me, bro. Like how you niggas move and shit like that, like, bro. I can't fuck with you niggas like that, bro. For real, all that weird ass shit y'all be doing and stuff like that, like, I'm cool, bro. I'm cool, bro. I'm cool, bro. All that pillow talking and shit like that, like, I'm just cool on that shit, bro. I got so many stories about shit like this, how motherfuckers just sat here, just pillow talked about me to a female, or pillow talk bad about me to, you know what I'm saying, one of my partners or one of my homies or something like that. Like they wasn't gonna tell me or some shit like that. It's like, dog, like, you niggas really moving like this, bro? Like, you niggas really moving like this. Like that shit makes no sense to me, bro. Like that shit makes no sense to me, bro. That you niggas is really moving like this. Like, I come across, bro, and it's not that I come across, I am, bro. Bro, I'm one of the coolest niggas ever, bro. Like, I done did so much for niggas, man. And I ain't gonna sit here and act like niggas ain't did shit for me, man. Niggas done did shit for me too as well, man. And you niggas will forever be in my hearts, man. You know what I'm saying? That did shit for me, man. You know what I mean? And I'm glad that the niggas that have did shit for me, man, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers never, you know what I'm saying, turned they side to me and nothing like that. I appreciate that the most, man. Like, every nigga that ever did something for me, you know what I'm saying, sleeping on their couch, or, you know, back when I was in school and shit like that, motherfuckers wasn't seeing eye to eye in the household and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Your moms and them let me sleep over and shit like that, stay over and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Take a shower, do all this and stuff like that. Me and them niggas, bro, we have never, you know what I'm saying, parted ways, bro. We have never parted ways. It always be these other niggas and shit. Always be these other niggas parting ways and shit like that, man. Because really, niggas ain't never did shit to me. Y'all niggas ain't never did shit for me. Ain't never did a damn thing for me. But want to sit here and get mad and shit like that when a nigga sit there. When a nigga sit there and that's some weird ass shit. When I sit there and don't want to be around you no more and stuff like that, man. Like, you niggas is weird, bro. Like, weird as fuck. Like, bro, look. I don't care about no nigga ever want to cut ties or cut ways with me and shit like that. Hey, you want to move around, bro? Hey, it's cool with me, bro. Like I said, I ain't never made no money with you niggas. I ain't never hustle with you niggas. I ain't never did none of that shit. So for a nigga to one day stop answering my phone call, or one day, you know what I'm saying, stop responding to my text messages, or one day, you know what I'm saying, just cut me off or whatever, bro, I'm perfectly fine. I'm perfectly fine. And when it happens, bro, I'm still not going to talk down about you. I'm still not going to pillow talk about you. I'm still not going to have that bitch way behavior about you. It's just that, hey, me and bro, we was cool. We didn't see eye to eye. We went our separate ways. It is what it is. Simple. I ain't got no animosity towards you niggas, man. I ain't got no, bro. I'm not finna waste my breath bringing you niggas' names up to a female when I'm trying to sit here and holler at the female. Or I'm trying to sit here and trying to fuck on the female. Or I'm trying to sit here and whatever. I'm not finna do it. Like, get your goof ass out of here with that shit. That's the most clownish shit I ever heard in my life. Some other clown ass shit that these niggas be doing too as well. And ladies, ladies, I'm gonna tell you this, right? Pay attention when I say this shit right here, right? A lot of these niggas, right, will be your friend or try to be your friend or try to get into your presence or try to get around you. One-on-one type time or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Just try to be around you or whatever because of the nigga that you go out with. And that's 100 right there. The nigga that you go out with, yeah. You'd be surprised that it'd be a lot of niggas that you ain't never seen before be trying to holler at you. It'd be a lot of niggas that you ain't never seen before be trying to be your best friend and shit like that because of the nigga that you go out with. I tell this to females all the time, right? When you go out with somebody or whatever the case may be, pay attention about who you talk to. What you mean by that? Pay attention to who you talk to. If you go out with a nigga that, you know what I'm saying, is one of them dudes or some shit like that, pay attention to how many extra niggas start hollering at you. Pay attention to how many niggas be, inboxing you and shit like that. Pay attention, just pay attention. Because it's crazy, like, and I tell this to females all the time. Yeah, you can get dick anytime you want to, you know what I'm saying? But you've been single for 6 months now. These niggas ain't never said a word to you. But now you done posted this picture or posted this story or whatever with this dude and shit. Now these new niggas have started coming out of nowhere and started hollering at you. Like, make that shit make sense. You feel me? And it's not like that all the time, but believe me, it be like that sometimes. You know what I mean? So be very cautious and be very worried about, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers that be trying to come around and shit like that. First of all, when I tell motherfuckers, right, and I tell this to females all the time, first of all, if you're in a relationship, you shouldn't have no male friends anyway. That's just me, though. Some niggas move differently and shit like that or whatever the case may be, but any female that I'm talking to or whatever, and we're so-called going out or whatever, you know what I'm saying, we locked in or whatever the case may be, yeah, if you got male friends and shit like that, that shit done with. That shit dead. That shit dead, baby. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That shit dead. I'm not finna even deal with that shit. Oh, Fly, you can't say that. What if she had the male friends before y'all two got into a relationship? That's cool. You had the male friends before we got into a relationship. We'll never be in a relationship then. Simple as that. I'm not trying to stop you from. If you want to keep your friends, hey, keep your friends. We just can't be in a relationship. It's simple as that. I'm not trying to stop you living your life, baby. We just can't be in no relationship. Well, a lot of other people, people always be trying to, help me understand and shit like that. No, you're not finna help me understand shit. A lot of other people, they live perfectly fine relationships, and they got friends that's different sex and shit like that. Well, that's them. I'm not dating one of them. I'm dating you. And for one, I done seen some flaws in you already on how you move and groove and stuff like that, how you carry yourself, that I could tell, yeah, you having male guys around you, yeah, that's not your strong point right there. You really can't, you know what I'm saying, fish off motherfuckers that they was really sweating you. See, these motherfuckers probably haven't really sweated you yet, or, these guys right here, they probably not at the caliber of really sweating you and shit like that. But if a motherfucker was really sweating you, you wouldn't know how to move and operate in that type of environment. Yeah, I'm not finna deal with that shit. You feel me? I'm cool with that. If them dudes, they cool with that shit or whatever, then, hey, go date one of those dudes. But I tell females this all the time because, for one, I have never asked a female out a day in my life. Every female that I have went out with, she's the one that's sitting there initiating the whole, what are we? We're dating, or she done snuck and took a picture of me and put it on social media like love hearts or bae and all this old dumbass shit. And I'm like, God damn, like you done did all that shit and you didn't even assault with me? Like, I'm the beneficiary, motherfucker. And you didn't sit there and assault with me? The fuck? You're just gonna assume and just put it out there and just force me be in this relationship, huh? You're just gonna force me to be in this relationship. Just telling motherfuckers that, yeah, we date. Yeah. Fuck that. He's my man. That's my man right there. Yeah. I mean, he's never asked me out or anything like that or whatever, but that's my man though. It's like, Like, well, goddamn, Gucci. Like, where they do this shit at? Like, that's how I be feeling, dog. Like, I have never, bro. Y'all think I'm being funny, bro. I'm not, bro. I have never in my life asked a female out before. Every female that I have went out with, that shit was on her own well doing. She initiated that shit. You feel me? Hold on a second. She initiated that goof ass shit. Cause me personally, bro, I be cool on the dating and shit and stuff like that. Because like I said, man, like, motherfuckers don't be knowing how to act, bro. Motherfuckers be acting weird and shit, bro. Like, I be cool on the dating shit, bro. I be cool on that shit, dog. Like, me personally, I really don't be wanting to date motherfuckers. Because I know motherfuckers don't know how to act. I know motherfuckers act childish. I know motherfuckers don't know how to really treat a man. I be knowing that shit. I'm not saying all you big-headed motherfuckers is like that, but the vast majority of you motherfuckers is like that. Y'all don't know how to treat a real man. Y'all don't know how to be submissive to your man. Y'all want to get into these relationships, have these titles and shit like that, or whatever, and just to have a title and shit, and still just live any type of way that you was living like you was single. Bitch, it's not gonna work that way. The fuck? That shit may work with them other goof ass niggas, but that shit ain't finna work with me. I tell females that shit all the time. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. One thing that I value the most is my motherfucking respect. Once I feel like my respect is gone, this shit is pretty much dead with me. Oh, I get it. Listen to what I just said, you big-headed motherfucker. Once I feel that my respect is gone, this shit is pretty much done with. It's dead. And soon we start trying to make it work and shit like that or whatever case may be, you do some old dumbass shit. And I tell motherfuckers like, look, I told you. Once you fuck up, it's done with me. Like, you didn't have to go out with me. I never forced no female to go out with me. I never asked no female to go out with me. Like, I'll be perfectly fine and cool with just being friends. If we do our thing, we do our thing and shit like that. But just being friends, though. I don't be trying to be in no relationship. Because it's crazy, right? Every female that I'm friends with, I'm still friends with. Some of them I done did shit with. You know, we done did our thing or whatever the case may be. It is what it is. We grown, right? But we still cool, though. We still friends, though. You feel me? But every female that I have went out with, where I sat there and just like how you sat there, it was like, this is my man. I sat there and be like, this is my woman. I'm not friends with none of them motherfuckers. I don't conversate with none of them. Only one, besides the other two, the only one is the mother of my child. And the only reason why I conversate with her because we have a kid with each other. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't conversate with her either. I wouldn't say a word to her. Not a word. And I'm not saying that in the sense that, you know what I'm saying, we're bad co-parenting and stuff like that. No, at the point that we're right now in 2023, we're excellent co-parents. We both see eye to eye. We both, you know what I'm saying, know the best interest for our son and stuff like that. We're very good co-parents now. You know what I'm saying? I will honestly sit here and say, like I said, I don't lie about shit, but I honestly sit here and say, how we are right now in 2023, how she's moving and operating things and stuff like that in her household, and how I'm moving and operating things in my household, there's no better mother that my son could have had. Honestly, I'll be 100 and say that shit. One thing about me, I don't lie. How we are right now in 2023, there's no better mother that my son can have right now and how she's moving. But prior to that, back in the day, man, dog, that's a whole nother video. You feel me? But the point that I'm trying to make, though, is I don't be trying to pressure no motherfucker to try to go out with them and shit like that. The fuck? Man, y'all ass crazy. But going back to the topic, though, you know what I'm saying? Go back to this fly shit, man. You feel me? Females, women, be worried about the people that you let into your life. new people that you let into your life when you have, you know what I'm saying, a husband or you have a boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Just be worried about the people that comes into your life and stuff like that, because not everybody that's coming into your life, you know what I'm saying, means you any well or any justice or anything like that. Some people come into your life just try to destroy what you got going on. You feel me? You got women that's coming to your life that want to destroy what you got going on because you're going out with this guy. And you got niggas that act like females that wants to do the same thing too as well. Destroy what y'all got going on because you go out with this dude right here. Because they don't like this dude for whatever reason it might be. You feel me? Just be worried about that shit. Everybody that comes into your life and stuff like that, they're not your friend. They're not trying to be your friend. They have motives behind their actions. You feel me? And I tell that to females all the time and stuff like that. And when I first tell them, I can tell when they look, you know what I'm saying, and listen to what I'm saying. They listening, but it's kind of going in one ear and out the other. But they listening, and it's like, okay, I kind of get what you're saying. But honestly, though, because it has been a time where I went out with a female, and we just had a random conversation at one point, right? Where she was trying to be cool and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just want to be cool with you. You know, I'm not trying to get back. I'm just trying to be friends with you and stuff like that. I'm like, whatever, man. What's going on, man? Everything good with you? Like, are you living? Are you breathing? Are you in the hospital bed? Like, what's wrong? Oh, I just want to compensate. All right, we'll talk then. Motherfucker talking and shit like that or whatever the case may be. And out of everything that she was saying, right, she was telling me, and yeah, also, you know, one of your cousins was trying to holler at me. I'm like, really? She like, yeah. One of your cousins was trying to holler at me. And I'm like, which cousin? And she sent me the whole little DMs and shit like that, right? And basically, because I knew it had to be this cousin, because this is the only motherfucker that I had brought shorty ass around and stuff like that when it comes to family and shit. You know what I mean? Brought shorty around or whatever the case may be. He knew who shorty was and stuff like that or whatever the case may be. Added her. Well, he didn't know her, but he found out who she was and stuff like that or whatever. Added her on Facebook and shit like that or whatever the case may be. And inbox her, right? And you know what? I can't even knock shorty for what she did, though. Because even though me and her fell off and we didn't work out as a relationship, I would say this much, though. She kept it strong. She kept it solid. Because I got a story about another female that I was dealing with that didn't keep it real, didn't keep it solid when it came to one of my family members talking to him, right? And she actually gave this nigga some pussy. But this bitch right here, I'm not going to lie, though. This bitch kept it solid, though. This bitch really kept it solid, though. She was like, yeah, you know, he tried to holler at me and shit like that or whatever the case may be. You know, at first I thought that, you know what I'm saying, he was just, you know, just whatever, you know what I'm saying, like little small bullshit talk or whatever. And I remember who he was, because at first I was looking at him like, who the fuck is you? And then when I started to pay attention and stuff, I'm like, you're such and such cousin. And he's like, yeah, I was such and such cousin. And he just kept on talking and talking and talking. I'm like, wait a minute. Are you trying to holler at me? Like, boy, don't you know I used to fuck your cousin? Like, I don't get down like that. Like, get your goof ass on somewhere. Like, treat his ass, right? And, hey, when she told me the shit, right, I'm thinking to myself, like, all right, bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just saying whatever. But she's like, no, for real. Like, I'll send it to you. Like, I had to block the nigga and everything. Like, he just started going on, just talking down about you and stuff like that and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, really? Like, really? Wow. They started talking down about me. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying that you was out here cheating and stuff like that and blah, blah, blah and all this old stuff. So she sent me the whole conversation that they was having with each other. Where he in there trying to, you know what I'm saying, put his best little nursery rhymes together and stuff like that, trying to holler at the bitch and good old shit and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, trying to get in his little Mac Daddy Denzel mode and stuff like that. Probably got good car max around the lips and stuff like that, wetting the lips with the tongue and shit like that. Like, he's really trying to mash on the bitch, right? But she told him straight up, like, hey, like, you know I used to fuck your cousin, right? Like, what you want? Oh, I mean, that's my cousin, but you know, we ain't really, you know what I'm saying, you know, cousins and shit, like lying and shit. We ain't really cousins and shit. Bro, we first motherfucking cousins. Like, we really don't be talking and shit like that, woo and stuff like that. It's not like we brothers or something. She like, dude, get your goof ass on somewhere. Like, I'm not finna fuck with you. Like, I used to fuck with your cousin. Like, what type of bitch do you take me for? I ain't no weak-minded bitch like that. Like, get your goof ass on somewhere, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, she said it just like that. And I'm reading the shit and stuff like that. I'm like, damn, like, shit, I ain't expect that from you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Me and you, we broke up and shit like that. And, you know, a lot of time females, you know, when they break up with a nigga and shit like that, you know, they start doing shit out of spite and shit. You know, I would have thought you would have did some shit out of spite. But, damn, you really kept it solid with a nigga and shit. Like, damn, that's what's up. That's what's up. I still can't go out with your ass again, but that's what's up, though. Like, you kept it G. I fucks with that. I fucks with that. You know what I mean? But, that right there is a prime example, though. Like, if it wasn't for me going out with that big-headed fool, that right there would never have happened. You feel me? The only reason why my cousin wanted to holler at that bitch is because at one particular time, that bitch used to be with me. That's the only reason why he wanted to holler at the bitch. And she held it down. Like, nah, I ain't fucking with you, buddy. Like, I ain't rocking like that. Like, we don't do shit like that. You feel me? Like, and I can't do nothing but commend the bitch. Like, that's what's up. Like, you kept it solid. But that's the point that I'm trying to make, though. Like, women, be worried about who you let into your life. You know what I'm saying? When you start going out with somebody and stuff like that, who you let into your business, who you let, you know what I'm saying, into your relationship and stuff like that. Because not everybody wants the best interest for that shit. You feel me? Some people, they'll sit there and act like they playing, you know, good, you know, friend advice, you know, relationship advice type shit and stuff like that. They just want to see y'all, you know what I'm saying, fall and be destroyed and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, people be having bigger motives and stuff that you would never know or never see and stuff like that. And that's their true, you know what I'm saying, nature of even talking to you. They're not talking to you because they want your best interest. They really don't give two fucks about you. They don't give a fuck if you died today. But since you fuck with buddy ass, now they want to sit here and act like they your friend and shit like that. And trying to, you know what I'm saying, sit there and woo and shit like that. Like, it's a lot of niggas that do shit like that. Crazy, fucked up. But it's a lot of niggas that do shit like that. And I tell females that like to have, like, a lot of guy friends and shit like that. Because, like I said, and I got to make a video about that one day. About the whole, you know, females having guy friends and shit like that. I don't believe in that shit at all. You feel me? But, like I said, I'm not here to dictate how you live your life and shit like that. But if you are a girl that, you know, associate with a lot of guys and stuff like that because they cool and shit, you're, you know, relatable with them, whatever. I knew a couple females that was like that, right? Then I somewhat get it. I still wouldn't fuck with it, but I get it though. But still, even with that though, just be worried that niggas pillow talk too as well. Niggas have that emotional trait too as well. Even though this is a grown ass man, this is a nigga right here, right? This nigga will still sit here and pillow talk and act like a bitch, like he's one of your girlfriends. I done seen it too many times. Too many times I done seen it. Niggas sit here and get on the phone with a female and stuff like that and just having they best Wendy Williams time and shit like that with the bitch, just talking down about another nigga. It's like, bro, like, the fuck? Are you really serious right now that we doing this, right? But it's true, though. It's a lot of niggas that move like that. It's a lot of niggas that move in real funny ways, bro. For real. I know niggas out here that when you come up and ask them a question, I got another story to ask you, right? I mean, tell y'all, right? It was this one time, because me personally, right, you know what I'm saying, it was a particular time in my life, right, that I was trying to figure out some information and shit like that or whatever, right? I'm just trying to figure out some shit. And like I said, I'm not the one to, if I ask a nigga about a bitch or whatever the case may be or whatever, I'm not the one that's gonna sit here and, you know what I'm saying, get mad at a nigga over a bitch or what a bitch did or whatever the case may be. You feel me? If anything, I'm gonna check the bitch. But I just want to make sure before I check the bitch, this shit is, you know what I'm saying, somewhat solidified and shit like that. You feel me? That's all I want to know. So let me make sure I get that out, you know what I'm saying, out there in the window right now, out there in the air right now before I start telling this story. If I ever ask you niggas about any bitch, right, I'm not asking you in the sense that, you know, I want to fight you, I want to, you know, be mad at you, I want to go to war with you. I'm not one of those niggas. I don't give a fuck if you fuck the bitch. I don't give a fuck what you did with the bitch. If the bitch allow you to do the shit, that's between you and the bitch. I'm just asking you on the simple fact that I just want to make sure before I treat this bitch or before I do what the fuck I'm going to do to this bitch, I'm in good terms to do this shit. All right? I'm not asking you in the sense that I'm going to be mad at you. Bro, I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck. I'm not one of those niggas that sit there and, you know what I'm saying, come down on niggas and shit like that because the bitch done fucked up. No, I come down on the bitch. I'm just asking you just to make sure, hey, bro, you know this bitch? That's all I'm asking. Like, you know this bitch? That's all I'm asking. Do you know this bitch? I ain't got no problems with you, dog, and nothing like that. I'm not trying to check you over no bitch and shit like that. I check bitches. I'm not finna check no nigga. Especially when the bitch allow you to do this shit. I'm just asking you in the sense that before I check this bitch, right? Before I check this bitch, and I don't want to check the bitch and the bitch really didn't do nothing and now I feel guilty. Before I check this bitch, do you know this bitch? That's the only time you gonna hear me even ask a nigga about a bitch. I'm not like these other niggas that, bro, you fuck my bitch, or bro, I'm gonna kill you because you fuck. Nah, bro, I'm not one of those dudes, bro. Nah, bro, I'm cool, bro. I'm not one of those dudes, man, that's gonna go to war with a nigga or have beef with a nigga over a bitch. I'm not like that. You know what I mean? That's not me at all. Never moved like that. You feel me? Never in my life have I ever moved like that. And that right there is a video in itself too as well. And that video will come out one day too as well. You feel me? But staying on topic though, man, keeping with this fly shit. It was this one time about 2 years ago. I was dealing with a bitch and shit like that or whatever the case may be or whatever. And you know what I'm saying, some shit had transpired, some shit had happened or whatever the case may be or whatever. And you know what I'm saying, I'm looking at certain shit and stuff like that or whatever the case may be, and I see a certain name. And I'm like, I think I know this dude right here. So I try to match the name with the picture, go on Facebook, see the name pop up. I'm like, oh, I do know this dude right here. Oh, okay. So I go, you know what I'm saying, and keep that in the back of my mind and shit like that. Like I said, I'm not going out my way to find you. I'm not finna go and inbox you. If I see you, I see you. If I don't see you, I don't see you. So I knew about this information a year and a half prior to me actually ever seeing this dude, right? So finally one time, I see the dude. I'm at a club and shit like that or whatever the case may be. I finally see the dude, right? And I come up to him and ask him real quick. I'm like, hey, bro, look, no bullshit, nothing like that or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? But I just want some clarity and stuff like that. Do you know such and such? He's like, nah, I don't know such and such. I'm like, hey, dog, like I said, bro, like, I'm not on no bullshit. I'm not trying to fight you, bro. I'm not, you know, trying to go to war with you. Like, a bitch is a bitch, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to make sure before I do what I'm about to do to this bitch, it's justifiable. Because I need to know, do you know this bitch? Like, I see the text messages and shit like that. I just want to know whether the nigga gonna keep it real or not. He still said no, right? So I can't do nothing for my honor that. Like, he said no, whatever, right? The bitch then tells me about a week later, why you questioning niggas? I'm like, what? Why you questioning niggas? Niggas say that you came up to him and shit like that, try to start a fight with them and woo and all this old shit. I'm like, so this nigga does know you. Okay, that's all I needed to hear. All right, bet. Because when I had the conversation with you, y'all niggas didn't know each other. That was just the weed man to you. But y'all niggas do know each other. All right, bet. All right, I'm going to move around. I'll holler at you. Peace. You feel me? Like, simple shit like that. Like, I'll be trying to tell motherfuckers, man. my mind thinks so much quicker than other motherfuckers, man. I know I'm gonna get my answer some way, somehow. Even though Buddy told me, nah, he didn't know the bitch. I knew that this bitch was stupid. I knew this bitch was dumb. I knew this bitch, is just a live wire. She just quick to start, but don't even know what she be saying. She just be running off at the mouth, but be telling on herself, though. I knew that if I came up to this dude and asked him this question, it was going to be a possibility that he was going to go back and tell her that, hey, such and such just came up to me asking me, did I know you and shit like that? Oh, what did you say? Oh, I said, no, I ain't know you and shit like that, or whatever the case may be. Oh, okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah, just say that you don't know me and shit. But yet, when you talk to me and you started running your mouth and not listening to what the fuck is coming out your dumb ass mouth, you sat there and told on yourself. Because when I asked you this question, talking about the bitch, when I asked the bitch this question, you didn't know this nigga. He didn't know you. All y'all was trying to keep this, we don't know each other's story and shit like this. But yet, when you got mad and shit like that and started blabbing your mouth and shit, why you questioning motherfuckers? Motherfuckers say that you came up to them at the club and shit, questioning them and shit, say that you was going to try to fight them. Like, man, shut your goof ass up. I asked him, man, a simple question, did he know you and shit? He said no, but I'm glad that you just said what you said, because that right there lets me know that y'all know each other, because he feels comfortable enough to inbox you or text you or however the fuck he got in communication with you and to tell you that I came up to him and questioned him about the situation. So I got what I wanted to know. That's all I need to know right there. I'm up out of here, man. Boom. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only time that I ever say anything to a nigga about a bitch. And even in that sense right there, I still didn't sit there and talk down about the nigga. I didn't sit there and jawn about the nigga. I ain't do nothing. She said what she had to say. I heard the information that I needed to hear, and I got the proof that I needed to get. I was good. I was smooth. I was up out of there. You feel me? But you put other niggas in that situation right there that would have been in that situation right there. Oh, it would have been a back and forth. Oh, man, dude, the bitch, fuck him, and woo. I'm not finna do that, dog. I'm not finna do that. You can ask any female that I have ever talked to, and I bet money, all the money, they gonna sit there and be like, yeah, Fly don't be talking about you niggas. Like, he don't bring you niggas up. As long as that bitch keep it positive, I mean, not keep it positive, but keep it truthful, she gonna let you know, like, yeah, Fly don't do that pillow talking shit. Like, he don't be back and forth pillow talking and shit like that. Like, I don't do that shit at all. But you niggas got it bad, though. Just like with that nigga. When I sat there and asked that, when I asked him that question and shit, that nigga instantly ran back and told that bitch that shit, like, yeah, dude came up to me questioning me and blah, 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 and stuff like that, and woo, and all this old shit. Like, damn, dog, like, I just told you, bro, like, I'm not on no bullshit with you, bro. Like, I seen you at a club. I came to you to ask you a question. And when I came to you with open arms. Like, hey, dog, I ain't on no bullshit. I just want to know something real quick. Do you know such and such? You said nah. Then I said, like, come on, dog. Like I said, I ain't on no bullshit. I seen the message and shit like that. Like, just keep it 100. Nah, I don't know her, bro. Ooh. All right, bro. Hey, I can dig it. And I went back to the side of the club that I was on. If I was on bullshit with you, bro, I would have did something at the club right there. That shit happened 2-3 hours before we even got lit out of the club. If I was on bullshit, I would have been did something. Like, come on, dog. Like, make that shit make sense to me. Like, niggas don't be thinking, bro. You feel me? But like I said, it's not his place to sit there and say that he knows a bitch and shit like that. So I couldn't even get mad at him. I was like, all right, bro, it's all good. I ain't on shit with you, bro. I just asked a question. Just seeing if I can get some information. That's all. If you don't want to tell me, it's all good. I can't get mad at you. I'm gonna check the bitch. I ain't gonna check no nigga. I'm gonna check the bitch. You feel me? But I know in other situations though, if niggas was in that type of light right there, niggas would have probably beat Buddy ass up, fought Buddy and shit like that. Like, just all types of crazy shit. Like, I just know how this shit be, bro. Like, niggas do weird shit, bro, when it comes to these females, bro. Like, I'm not finna do no weird ass shit, bro, when it comes to these females, bro. Like, these bitches gonna come and go, bro. Honest to God, bro. These bitches gonna come and go, bro. That's why when it comes to me, bro, you really don't see me in relationships with motherfuckers. You really don't be seeing me, you know what I'm saying, all booed up with motherfuckers. Like, bro, I'm cool on all that shit, bro. And the generation that I live in, the females that's my age and shit like that, bro, they don't got it, bro. They don't got it, bro. I'm sorry, they don't. You got some females out there that do, that truly wants a good man. They truly a good woman. You know what I mean? And together, you know what I'm saying, they can live the best of life and stuff like that. But a lot of these females, it's just too much going on and they can't control it, bro. You know, they listen to social media too much. They listen to their girlfriends too much. They all single. You know, it's just too much going on, man. And they can't handle being in a relationship. Yeah, they'll sit there and tell a motherfucker that, yeah, you know, let's go out, let's date or something like that. Yeah, they'll sit there and tell a motherfucker that shit, but as soon as they start dating and shit like that, they true colors eventually gonna show again. And they gonna fuck up the relationship. A lot of females be sitting there, it be the guy that be fucking. Nah. Nowadays, man, it be y'all females that be fucking the relationship up. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. To be 100 with y'all, you feel me? It be y'all, man. Y'all be fucking the relationship up. Y'all be doing some real good dudes dirty, man. Like, I didn't see any point blank, some of my homeboys and shit like that. Like, y'all done did some of these, and these are good-hearted dudes, man. That, look, don't do shit in the world. Y'all done did these niggas dirty, bro. Like, and I'd be like, her? She did that shit? Like, she seemed like she was a sweetheart. Yeah, I thought so too, man, but she was doing this and doing that and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, damn, dog, you make it hard for me to want to even be in a relationship with a motherfucker, bro. Like, I just gotta be honest. Like, shit, when I hear shit like that, I second guess about me being in a relationship with a motherfucker. Like, man, fuck that shit. I don't want to go through that goof ass shit. I don't want to go through that clown ass shit. The fuck? Once again, my pride, my integrity, my state of manhood, man. You know what I'm saying? My respect, that's everything with me. A lot of these other niggas, they might not value that shit as much, but that's everything for me. That's all I got. And if you don't respect me as being my lady, and you sitting here in front of this nigga face or in that nigga face, you know what I'm saying? Doing whatever, saying whatever, who out the bound, because out of spite of me, yeah, bitch, yeah. It's all bad. You feel me? And I done been through it enough of times that I tell myself at the age of 30, like, man, look, it's either going to be one or two ways this shit going to pan out the way it's going to pan out. Either I'm going to go overseas somewhere and find a good homebody, you know what I'm saying, traditional family, upbringing, raising, both mother and father type of household, girl, or I'm just going to be single. You feel me? It's going to be simple as that. Simple as that. Ain't got time for that goofy shit. But staying on this fly shit though, man. Baby, please be wary of, you know, the guys or something like that comes into your life. Okay? Cause like I said, there's a lot of guys out here that don't mean you no well. Same thing with you niggas too as well. Cause let me stop saying all on the women and shit like that. There's a lot of you niggas out here, man, that really can't think too strongly on your shoulder and stuff like that. You know, thinking and shit and manipulation and shit like that. You know, that shit right there, you really don't peep game on that shit. So you really, you know, easily manipulating shit like the bitch. You know, there's a lot of you niggas out here that moves like that, right? So I'm gonna say the same thing to you niggas too as well. Be worthy to the people that comes into your life. Because every nigga that comes into your life is not your friend. All right? Okay? Pay attention. Be observant. Because a lot of you niggas that I be sitting here on Facebook and I be like, I tell my homeboy, like, damn, bro, when did these niggas become friends? Or these niggas that clicked up, when the fuck that happened? Yeah, bro, you know what I'm saying? I guess motherfuckers been hanging out and shit, woo, and stuff. Like, wow, really? Wow, that's crazy. I would never expect that. I would never expect that. You feel me? I would never expect that. But the whole time, though, these niggas is friends with these niggas because these niggas used to be friends with these niggas. But these niggas that fell apart or whatever. So now they being friends with these niggas. and they down talking to these niggas. And it's like, what? Wait a minute. Niggas really moving like that? I done seen that shit, bro. I done seen that shit, dog. Bro, I done seen all types of ways how foul these niggas can really try to play this shit, bro. I done seen it. There's not no way that I have not seen that these niggas don't do some old foul ass shit. The number one thing be when it comes to these females. The pillow talking that they do with these females and shit like that. But I done seen niggas sit there and be cool with niggas just to pillow talk to other niggas about other niggas. I done seen that dumbass shit too as well. On a regular too. And I'm like, damn, dog, like, you done downplayed your homie, got with this nigga, and started dry snitching, started, you know what I'm saying, dry telling on your homie to another nigga? Or better yet, you done downplayed your homie, got with this nigga, and you know that this nigga and your homie, they don't see eye to eye for whatever reason it might be. And now you giving up information about one of your homies because y'all done fell off? Like, what? Like, niggas really out here pillow talking to other niggas? Like, your only attention to be cool with this nigga or cool with these niggas was tied to get your former man's fucked up. When I see shit like that, bro, I'm like, wow, niggas really doing shit like that, bro. Niggas is really out here doing shit like that. But I have seen it. I have seen it, dog. I have literally seen niggas out here. One day they cool with this nigga. This was they man's 1,000 grand, all that good old shit. The best of friends, brothers with this nigga. They fell out for whatever reason it might be, but they fall out. You know what I'm saying? And they started being cool with the enemy. And just like with the enemy, they're now helping the enemy plot on that man. To get him fucked up, to get him in jail or whatever. Rob him, whatever. And it's like, wow, niggas really moving like that, bro? So that's why I sit there and tell niggas all the time, bro, like, it's not just niggas hating on you over a bitch. It's bigger objectives than that right there. I have seen niggas sit there and cut off they mans and be friends with the enemy and get they mans set up because, I mean, that used to be they mans, so they know they mans. They know what car he drive or where he likes to go or where he likes to shop or, you know, where his baby mama lives. So you might see him there or find him there or where his house might be at. You know, you'll catch him there. Like, I didn't seen that shit before. And I just sit there in disbelief like, damn, dog. Like, I thought a nigga would, like, you know what I'm saying, hate on me to a bitch. I would never expect a nigga would sit here and pillow talk to me to another nigga. And now, you know what I'm saying, niggas that I'm into it with for whatever reason, they got the ups on me because you was my mans. We fell off for whatever reason. You became friends with my enemy, and now they know where my baby mama lives at. They know I got a house out here and I live out. They know this information now because of you. Like, that's some weird shit, bro. Like, that's some weird ass shit, dog. Like, when I seen something like that before for the first time, bro, like, I didn't know what to believe. I didn't know, like, how to even have that even, you know what I'm saying, process in my head. I didn't know what to do, bro. Like, I was confused. I expect that type of nature, that type of attitude to be have with a bitch. I never expect niggas to do that with another nigga. But niggas will sit there and have those type of conversations with niggas. And it's like, bro, there's no different from what you doing right here with this nigga that what you will do with a bitch. You still pillow talking about me. Like, bro, what the fuck is you doing? You was my mans, bro. We fell off for whatever reason. Money or we just don't see eye to eye with something, whatever the reason is. And you were so quick to run to these niggas and give up information. And that ain't the most bitch shit I ever seen in my life, man. And there's a lot of you niggas that move like that. You think that you ain't pillow talking. Bro, yes you is. That's some hoe ass shit right there. That's some hoe ass shit, bro. You and your mans fall off for whatever reason. Some little petty ass shit or whatever. An argument over some dumb shit. And you were so quick to run to these niggas and let these niggas, you know what I'm saying, be in your circle and be cool with these niggas and give these niggas information about your mans and shit. That's the most dumbest shit I ever seen in my life, bro. But you got niggas out here that do shit like that. On a regular. You got niggas out here that do shit like that. It's sad. It's fucked up. It's hard to, you know what I'm saying, comprehend. But it's true, though. You got niggas out here that really do shit like that. On a regular day basis. So, I don't be knowing where the shit be coming from. I'm looking at everybody sideways when I'm out and about. Like, I just don't trust nobody. I'm looking at everybody sideways. I'm looking at, you know what I'm saying, niggas hating on me over a bitch. I'm looking at niggas hating on me, you know what I'm saying, over a nigga. I'm looking at all types of directions. Like, I'm looking this way, that way. I'm looking all different directions. I don't know where it's going to come from. But that's just going through multiple things and just going through experiences and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, growing up and stuff, you know what I'm saying, living a certain type of lifestyle and stuff like that, like just being around that type of environment that you see shit like that. And when you see shit like that, you look at it, you process it, you take it for what it is, and you learn from it. So now you know how to move. These niggas ain't just pillow talking with bitches. These niggas is pillow talking with niggas. Just like what I told you at the beginning part of the story. My mans, I thought was my mans and shit. He sat there and dry snitched on me to another nigga and told him a false ass story. Like, what type of shit is that, dog? What type of shit is that? But that's the type of shit I done been through. I done seen this shit 360, man, full circle. It's hard to pull a coat over my head, bro. Like, I done seen it all, bro. I know these niggas ain't just pillow talking with bitches. These niggas pillow talking with niggas too, bro. And like I said, it's one thing that you and your mans and shit, y'all in the car, y'all together and shit like that, whatever, and y'all having conversation about other niggas and shit like that. That's one thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's between you and your homie and shit like that. But when your homie or whatever know that y'all two niggas don't see eye to eye, and he goes back and tell the nigga, it's like, damn, dog, like, what did you want to come out this situation, bro? Like, you know the nigga had animosity towards me because he said what he said about me. I told you that the nigga probably mad at me because I used to fuck with his sister. And you go back and tell him that, and you add more shit to it. And now you got us beefing with each other. Like, what type of shit is that, dog? It's not with just the bitches. I tell niggas that all the time. It's not just with the bitches. It's both ways, bro. It's both ways, bro. Both ways around this motherfucker. You feel me? Like, you just gotta be careful how you move out here, bro. Truly gotta be careful, man. Don't think that everybody that comes into your life, don't think that everybody that comes into your circle and shit like that is your friend. Motherfuckers really don't mean you well. Motherfuckers don't really mean you justice. Motherfuckers don't really want you to win out here. You got niggas out here that starts coming around you, but it's a bigger motive than that. They're not just trying to be your friend because they care about you or they want you to, you know what I'm saying, strive and, you know what I'm saying, be successful and, you know what I'm saying, really, you know what I'm saying, get this money out here. No, you got some niggas that come around, man, and they just want to see you suffer. They want to see you fall. And the closer that they can get to you, the closer that they will get to you. And they'll sit there and smile in your motherfucking face 24/7 like they really mean you well, but they don't mean you shit. For real. Watch how you move out here, man. Like, truly watch how you move out here. Like I said, I got a handful of niggas, right? That I can sit there and I can have conversations and tell them how I truly feel and shit like that. I can sit there and and conversate with them and build with them and stuff like that, because we've been friends for so long. We've been brothers for so long. We have went through so much trials and tribulation with each other. I know so much about him. He knows so much about me. Like, we didn't been through it all. We can have those conversations with each other. But I got other niggas that we cool. They got my number. They can call me. We talk on the phone. We hang out, but I don't have a conversation with them like that. I don't move like that with them. It's no love lost. It's just that we don't have that type of rapport with each other. You feel me? So when motherfuckers, man, Joe, woo, and stuff like that, man, I don't know, dog. I don't know, big dog. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't know, bro. I ain't got nothing to say about that. I don't know. Simple as that. Like, I'm not finna give you no information. I don't know shit. I don't know shit. I don't know shit, bro. I don't know what you're trying to get at. We cool and all and shit like that, but man, we not cool like that, bro. For me to just be sitting here and just, oh yeah, I know Buddy, man, he woo and stuff like that, and yeah, you know, he be over here. Nah, bro, I don't move like that. Like I said, man, you can pillow talk to bitches. You could also pillow talk to these niggas too as well. Be smarter than that, bro. You feel me? Truly, hey, this is what I like to tell motherfuckers, man. Learn to shut the fuck up and just listen. Stop trying to be all cool and shit. Cause that be the problem with a lot of you niggas, man. A lot of you niggas want to be all cool and shit like that. So anytime that you get a chance to talk and shit like that, you just want to sit there and pop shit. And, oh, yeah, man, I know them niggas. And, man, them niggas ain't on shit, bro. You ain't got to worry about them niggas and shit like that. They be over here and woo and shit like that. And it's like, bro, you just gave these niggas all this information. And these your mans in them. Like, I got one more thing to tell you real quick before I get up out of here. But just like with my mans in them, right? They don't see eye to eye with certain group of niggas out here and shit like that, or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? And this is kind of a ongoing thing, you know what I'm saying, in Chicago and shit like that. Like, you see this shit on a regular day basis, right? But my mans in them, right? They don't see eye to eye with a certain group of niggas and shit like that, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas really at it. Like, niggas really at war. Like, niggas really, you know what I'm saying, shot at motherfuckers and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Both ways and shit, right? But I'm cool with them niggas. Like, when I see them, it's all love. Like, I'm cool with them niggas, right? But when I come around them, or I see them or stuff like that, they already know what's up. Like, don't ask me about folks in them. You know, I'm cool with folks in them and shit like that. But, you know, bro, we don't do shit like that. Like, I'm not finna give niggas no information, no nothing. Like, I'm just, look, I'm cool with y'all, what y'all be doing and stuff like that. Look, I don't put your business out there. I don't put y'all business out there. I know that y'all be doing this, doing that. Y'all got this. I don't be saying none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a nigga from around the way that happen to be cool with y'all niggas and shit like that. Cause you know what I'm saying? We've been cool for a minute and shit like that. Way back in the day and stuff like that. We done actually went through some shit and stuff like that. So I got love for y'all. And y'all got love for me. I would never put y'all in harm's way. But at the same token, them my mans too as well. I done been through shit with those niggas over here. You know what I'm saying? Me and these niggas over here, man, we done been through shit and stuff like that, man. They got a special place in my heart, just like how you niggas got a special place in my heart. I would never put them niggas in harm's way. Don't ask me no question about those niggas when I come around. Same thing when I come around those niggas. Don't ask me no question about those niggas. You know what it is, you know what it is. You know what I mean? Simple as that. I'm not finna give up no information to no other nigga and shit like that. If you can, man, that's my mans in them. They cool, man. They cool, man. And if it's a problem, you know, I'll move around. But if it ain't no problem, look, I'm just, hey, when I see you, it's all love. Keep it moving. You know what I mean? Hey, you going to the club and shit? I'm going to this club. You want to meet up? All right, let's go. We going to be up here and shit. Meet up with me. You know what I'm saying? Fuck with me. Look, get a drink with me. You know what I'm saying? Keep it player. You feel me? It's not like I'm finna call them niggas up like, yeah, I got, you know what I'm saying, such and such up here right now. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. Not finna do that. Not finna do that. Same thing with those niggas. When I see y'all, it's all love. What's happening? What's popping? What y'all niggas got going on? Y'all stepping out? We doing something? Like, what's up? What y'all got going on? I'm not finna call those niggas and be like, oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying? They out here on the block right now. Ooh, slide. You know what I'm saying? No. I don't pillow talk. Do I look like a motherfucking encyclopedia? My name is Fly Shit Only. Not encyclopedia only. That ain't my motherfucking name. Not finna get no information out of me. Y'all niggas stop moving like that. Moving like bitches and shit. Wanna be so cool with niggas and shit like that. Acting like groupies and shit. You wanna just be so cool with everybody. Anybody asks you a question and shit like that, you so quick to give up information and shit like that. Like, man, watch out. Watch the fuck out. You feel me, shorty? Watch the fuck out. That's how truly I be feeling. Motherfuckers doing all that weird ass shit. I ain't got time for that, man. You feel me? But nonetheless though, man, I'm finna go ahead and wrap this bad boy up, man. Just wanted to make this you know, say live stream and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just talk about pillow talking and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you just go on and just be talking about this shit for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and stuff like that. But I just want to go live and shit like that because, you know, it's what is it, Tuesday? It's Tuesday. Tuesday morning, 3 o'clock. I ain't have shit going on, man. I'm just cooling and shit. Told myself, why not jump on here and make a video real quick? You feel me? But nonetheless, though, man, I'm finna go ahead and get up out of here, man. Y'all be smooth, man. Y'all be prayed up. Y'all be blessed up, man. Nothing but peace, love, and blessings to everybody, man. You already know we rocking Bull and Cooley and schooling, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Make sure you subscribe to the page, too, as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely want to start getting this page popping and shit, man. So we definitely got to get this motherfucker popping and shit. You dig, man? But nonetheless, I'm up out of here, man. Nothing but peace, love, and blessings. Y'all be smooth, man. Y'all be prayed up. Y'all be ganged up. Until the next time, man, when I holler at y'all bigger the fools the next ones, man, I'm going to holler at y'all, man. Y'all be smooth until